This is the Cleveland Ford Pregame Show on MixTV.tv. Shop Cleveland Ford online at clevelandford.com. Cleveland Ford, honest people, honest deals.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Walker Valley High School. You're on MixTV.tv along with Stephen Shelton. I'm Denny Collins. We've got another rivalry night game for you here for high school basketball tonight. Walker Valley hosts Bradley Central High School in a rematch from almost a month ago in Shelton. It's a Tuesday night. These kids have not been in school for a couple of days. I think this will provide some much-needed excitement for this community here as we start this rivalry week. 2 games this week, Tuesday night and, of course, Friday night.
And the crowd should be rowdy because a lot of them's got cabin fever. I mean, a lot of people's been in the house for a while, and schools have, of course, closed today for the still a few iced over roads in the area. So it should be a good one. Boys game should be really good. Girls game, this will be the last warm-up game for Bradley Central Bearettes before they play Cleveland in a huge crosstown rivalry game Friday night.
And, Stephen, there are moments in our community when life becomes more significant than the game we cover, and our community experienced that this last Friday night during the broadcast. One of our own, Bradley Central High School junior, Andrew Carroll, was killed in a car accident on Friday night. And we at Mix TV and WCLE, My Mix 104.1, along with everybody in the community, want to wish just nothing but the best for that family. Our prayers, our thoughts, and our warmest love go out to the Andrew Carroll family as they walk through this time and experience this. So just want to say we're praying for you, we love you, and we're here for you. Yeah,
I mean, this is a pretty special for the North End. This Andrew's dad, Jonathan, played at Charleston, played baseball at Charleston, was a great athlete up here, and life is very precious, as we all know, and it's times like this that we actually are reminded very swiftly that how precious life is. And again, our prayers and thoughts go out to to David, his grandfather, and Holly and Jonathan, of course, and his brother, and so the entire Carroll family, and the football and baseball programs. I saw Travis and Damon on local news, and both of them a little emotional, as they should be, rightfully so. And so again, our prayers and thoughts go out to the Carroll family, and we'll be back after this.
Over 60% of teenage casualties in drinking and driving crashes do not wear a seatbelt.
1 in 3 high school students have ridden in a car 1 or more times with someone who's been drinking.
Texting while driving increases the risk of crashing by 23 times.
Don't become a statistic, be part of the solution.
Car crashes are the leading cause of death among teens, 1/3 of which are from drinking or drugs.
Brittany's kids say,
Choices matter. Buckle up.
Calm down.
Drive safe and sober.
You get a yearly checkup. Shouldn't your air? With your local Lennox dealer, regular care equals perfect air. With technology you can touch, comfortable air you can feel, and savings you can see. Not just perfect air, perfect for you air.
Call Dale's Heating and Air to upgrade your air today.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Duracell in Cleveland is now hiring mechanical skilled technicians from $22.17 to $27 per hour. Excellent benefits beginning day 1. Medical, dental, and vision insurance. Paid vacation, holiday pay, 401k tuition reimbursement, and more. Apply at Duracell.com.
Hardee's Original Bag is back, but only for a limited time. Choose from the charbroiled double cheeseburger, hot ham and cheese, spicy chicken sandwich, and our hand-breaded chicken tender wraps. The Original Bag. Any 2 plus fries and a drink, just $6.99 at Hardee's.
I'm C-Mark.
I'm John Mark.
John Mark and I just didn't put up billboards.
We put down routes.
If you're hurt, call us at 265-HURT.
That's 265-4878. We are your local law firm.
This is the Cleveland Ford Pregame Show on MixTV.tv. Shop Cleveland Ford online at clevelandford.com. Cleveland Ford, honest people, honest deals.
we want to welcome you back to Walker Valley High School here on MixTV.tv, the Rivalry Game Series. It's Tuesday night high school basketball here. Along with Stephen Sheldon, I'm Denny Collins, and we thank you for joining us. It's a repeat. I hope you were with us Friday night where you witnessed Walker Valley host Cleveland High School, and now the Mustangs and Lady Mustangs are hosting the other crosstown rival, Bradley Central High School in Shelton. This is a tall task for the Lady Mustangs, playing probably 1 and 2 in terms of teams in their region, going against Cleveland on Friday night and now Bradley Central. Tall task for the Lady Mustangs tonight.
No, well, absolutely. I mean, this for the Lady Mustangs, again, is you're looking at these teams. You played Cleveland, number 2 in the district. You playing Bradley, number 1 in the district. And, you know, these are measuring sticks. And we saw Walker Valley that first quarter, it was 12-12. They played really well. They shot the ball well. They moved the ball well. They didn't turn the ball over but twice in that first quarter. And then all of a sudden we look up, Denny, and they've turned the ball over 8 times in the second quarter, and Cleveland pushes the lead out. And we're just and it's downhill from there for the Lady Mustangs.
Reflect on that Friday night game in terms of the Lady Mustangs. Who stood out for you? We talked a little bit about some of those players. Who stood out to you in that game, especially the start? How did that look to you?
Yeah, McKenna Good. I mean, Good. She was fantastic. She shot the ball well. I thought she passed the ball well. She rebounded well. She really, I mean, for that first quarter, she played excellent basketball and really led the Lady Mustangs. And after that, Denny, you know, you can say a few of these girls. I thought Hernandez played pretty well. I thought McDonald played pretty well. There were some times in that game that you saw flashes of this team believing. You saw flashes of this team getting better. Again, this is a very young team. When we say young, very young team. And they're going up against another senior-led class for Bradley Central, and it continues to be senior-led classes for Bradley Central. But after this year, Bradley will kind of be in that same boat as Walker Valley with that youth movement.
That's right. The senior for Walker Valley, Lila Sims, who, of course, we've talked about her, very athletic, really can do it all for the Lady Mustangs. They'll count on her tonight to handle the ball and really run the offense. Move over to the Bearettes, and they're sitting on 39 wins in a row. Of course, state championship last year. Their only loss coming a little over a year ago to Mount Verde Academy in Florida. Shelton, it's been a tremendous ride, but one that they're accustomed to, you would think.
Well, they are, and someone asked me today, they said, how can you believe that this Bradley team's undefeated? And I said, absolutely. I said, this team that's on the floor right now has been playing the best team in the state of Tennessee for 3 years. So now that they're in a regular season, and the teams they're facing are not as good as the teams they played in practice. And so one note, though, Denny, in the region, there was a tremendous upset on the boys' side. We'll get to that, I know, after this game. But Cookeville upset Shelbyville by 10 last Friday night, which kind of shakes up that district over there in District 6, Region 3A.
Well, and for the Bearettes, of course, the point person in so many ways for them, Clemson signee Kamora Fields. We'll call her name a lot tonight, and rightfully so. She's up for Miss Basketball. Who else can we expect to see tonight putting on a show in this rivalry game?
Well, Miss Basketball, she had 30. She had 30 against Walker Valley at halftime. Yep. Last time out. So definitely going to hear her name a lot. But I tell you, she's got some pieces around her that have really come on and started to play well. Jada Francis has played really well. I mean, she has done a great job of creating some shots for herself, rebounding. And I tell you, one that I really like to play, I don't know if it's the way she carries herself, Addie Guerin is one of those girls that can really, if she starts to shoot it really well, Denny, she can get really going and she can throw some points up pretty quick.
Diagnosed with terminal pancreatic cancer in September of 2025.
This is Cancer Night.
She is protector of her family and is willing to fight for her family no matter what the cost. She has a never-ending beauty, boldness, and strength that allows her to strive to be the greatest mom and faithful wife. Proof of her strength is shown by being a mom and a spouse, all while navigating the stress and brutal effects caused by cancer and its treatments. We love Christy and want her to know how much she is loved and adored by her family. We are all grateful for the prayers, love, and support shown during her journey. Thank you for being here tonight and raising awareness in the fight against cancer. Let's hear it for Miss Cancer.
And you heard it there, an honoring of Miss Casey Kessler, that is Callie Kessler's mother, as they recognize her in her fight against cancer. And I believe now we're going to move to the national anthem.
Bradley passed away. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the family as well as the Bradley student body and faculty. Please join me in a moment of silence for Andrew. Thank you. And now please welcome Walker Valley student Joseph Warren as he comes to sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, thank you for joining in with us here on MixTV.tv. We're live at Walker Valley High School, Bradley Central and Walker Valley. We're going to begin with the girls' game, followed by the boys. And the boys' game we'll talk about a little bit later. Again, an opportunity for Bradley Central to come in and get kind of a staple win. We saw how Walker Valley performed against Cleveland, not necessarily up to par for Coach Campbell, but we'll talk a little more about that as we get into it. Now it's going to be the opportunity to showcase one of the best players, not just in our community, but in the state of Tennessee and perhaps in the country, Kimora Fields.
Yeah, defending, she's defending Miss Basketball. She has a great chance of winning it again this year. I don't know how you don't win it. She's done nothing not to win it. So for Bradley Central, but Kimora is one of those ladies that we talked about in Bradley ladies basketball history and the Barrett's history. Where does she stand? And I've heard anywhere from 1 to 3. And when someone said 3, I said explain the first 2 to me. So when the Kimora Fields will leave this with at least 3 state championships in high school and a state championship at Lake Forest as well. So she is her position here in Bradley Central basketball history is undeniable, and she will go down as one of, if not the greatest of all time.
Well, I'm with you, Shelton. I think it's hard to argue against her being the #1 player of all time to wear the black and gold. Certainly Ryan Howard is up there, the #1 player in the WNBA in terms of the draft pick. But Kimora Fields, in terms of her body of work here as a student athlete in Bradley County, certainly unparalleled.
Unbelievable. Yep.
So let's get the starting lineup for you as you saw that for Bradley Central. Of course, Kimora Field, number 0, number 1, Libby Stewart, number 4, Kylie Johnson, 40, Addie Guerin, and 41, Jada Francis. For the Lady Mustangs, 0, McKenna Good, number 1, Lila Sims, number 4, Kasia Cox, 22, Madeline McDonald, and 23, Kinsley Stanzel. As we told you earlier, the Barretts have been victorious in 39 straight games, and they've had a couple of those runs, Shelton, over the past few years. They've been a dominant team, not just in this area, but of course across the state and country.
Absolutely, and they went into overtime this year. That's the closest game they've had, and I just think that, when you look at this team and you look how they're poised to go again deep into the playoffs, I can see them again, the way they play, dealing the tempo they play with, and the way they play defense. You just look and say, hey, could they make 4 straight trips to the glass house? And I think right now with a healthy Kimora Fields, that's definitely possible.
A long 3 there from Madeline McDonald. We'll call her name a lot for the Lady Mustangs, and she's had a string of good games, including a pretty good performance against Bradley at Bradley earlier this year.
Absolutely. There's Kimora with a nice rebound and putback, but just the way that this team and the rotation that he has, Coach Reuter that is, with this team, and he goes about 7, sometimes 8 deep, which is really, when you thought about it the first this season, that's not something that was on the bingo card.
Good with a long 3, not good, but you talked about it at the onset of the broadcast. A long 3 there is good. That's going to be Barrett Addie Guerin. So long 3 from her, and again, it's quickly 5-0, and here you have a turnover. This is what Bradley Central did to them at Bradley. Just this incredible pressure from 93 feet. It puts such a clamp, and it's so difficult for teams that have struggles bringing the ball up. They're so good defensively.
And they just tell you we're going to do it.
Yep.
I mean, it's not a secret. They're going to start the game with full court pressure every single game with no questions asked.
So Fields misses the free throw, and back the other way, the Lady Mustangs. And you talked about this in the broadcast earlier, Bradley Central, the conversation about, man, can they be as good as they've been? Is this a team that can do, X, Y, and Z? Clearly they've proven, through 22 games who they are. Yes, a number of closer games than they've had before, but this team looks to continue on that identity of Jason Reuter.
Well, I mean, listen, are there 4 Division I players sitting out there? No, there's not. There's 1. Are there a group of girls that love playing with each other? Yes. Sometimes when you have, talent, good talent, and then you take that on top of that, you have girls that know how to win in close games, which they do. That's a recipe for success.
Lila Sims ends the 7-0 run with 2 free throws. She'll cut the lead 7-2 as Bradley Central looks to regroup. And this was the defense we saw from the Lady Mustangs against Cleveland High School. Kind of that sagging zone, just daring them to beat you from the outside. A little bit different when Kimora Fields is manning the lane.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, she is a presence, and there's no doubt. She will, again, her ability, her moves down below that is just incredible. But her ability to catch the basketball and then finish is just second to none.
She's so fun to watch. We've talked about how great a kid she is off the court. What do you like about her game?
Well, I think it translates into the college level, the way she plays. The one thing that she'll have to definitely I guess expand on will be her ability to play outside, which, as Coach Reuter said, hard to let a girl play outside when you're the best player on the team inside. And so not going to sacrifice the body control is something else there. That's just a great example of that with her 8-point.
Fields with another 2 off the steal. Pressure applied there from Libby Stewart. Libby, again, a phenomenal volleyball player for the Bearettes, and so many of these girls play so many different sports, and they're involved in so many different things at the school, not just for Bradley, but for Walker Valley as well. It's just fun to see them in this element on the court playing, but of course we realize how good they are at so many things in our community. McDonald will draw the block, and I believe they're going to get Guerin on that. No, they're going to get that's Francis.
And Coach Reuter wanted the charge. He's down there pleading his case, and the ref just looks at him and keeps walking like, come on, Coach.
Yeah, I think Jada Francis, we used to have, milkshakes for the charge, right? You get a milkshake, You get a charge, you get a milkshake. I'm not sure what Reuter gives. What do you give them now in the NIL era? Is it like $100 or something? Is that possible? Like, here's a bill.
I think anything is possible at this point. There's nothing off the table.
McDonald to the line. She'll have 2 shots, both of them up and good. So 4 free throws from the Mustangs, cuts the lead 11-4. Back the other way for the Bearettes. And of course, we'll talk at length about the pathway for the Bearettes to make it to Murfreesboro. It's not without complications. I mean, I think, it's not a foregone conclusion. Obviously, this is one of the best teams in the state, But any given time, there's going to be teams along the way that's going to give you their best shot just because of who Bradley is.
Absolutely.
Stewart's long three off the mark. Rebound there by, you guessed it, Kamora Fields. She's just got a nose for the ball.
Yeah, she does. And again, the game is so slow to her right at this point in her career. She just does a great job. Body control also is just second to none. And that other region, Denny, when you talk about getting out of the district, which I think Barrett's will be one of the top 4 out of the district, you got Coffee County and Cookeville sitting over there, buddy. And let me just say, it's a that's some tough sledding there. Both those teams can really go. And we saw Coffee County last year play Bradley in the first game of the state tournament and really gave them a good run and until late in the game. And I just think that and the Cookeville team right now, 19-3, they're playing just incredibly well. So that region's going to be really, really difficult.
Number 4, Kylie Johnson with a great defensive pressure and steal, and she moves ahead to Jada Francis, who gets the and one. And there's Johnson again, her layup no good. So some nifty defensive work by Kylie Johnson and Jada Francis. Those two teammates, they're going to have to contribute. Obviously, the deeper we get into February and March, it's going to be more and more incumbent upon those kids to contribute for Bradley Central.
Yeah, you just can't say Kamora go score every time down the floor. That's just not a recipe for success, and I think Coach Reuter's well aware of that. You're going to have some girls chip in. When you've got other players that are outside there chipping in the Scottie Pippen points of 8 to 12. That's a big time difference, and is the difference between winning and losing and getting deeper and deeper in the playoffs.
That's solid. The Scottie Pippen points. This is the Michael Jordan points right there as Kamora another layup good. So 12 for her early. Shelton talked about 30 for her the last time Bradley and Walker Valley played in the first half. So she is on her way to that as we are coming up on halfway through the first quarter. Kamora, just such a tremendous talent. Let me ask you this question, Stephen. How does her game look at the collegiate level?
I think that the interior won't be as much as
big three there, Addie Guerin.
I don't think that that she's not going to be able to play down low as much just because of her height. But I do think her ball handling and her ability to shoot will translate to the college level. McDonald with a big 3, give her 5 on the night. But there's going to be a learning process. It's not going to walk in and going to be an All-American freshman unless she just is able to come out there, which she just did, come out there and play at a level that makes them put her on the floor. Because as you know, Denny, in this era of college sports, freshmen are having to sit behind people that are 24, 25, and 26 years old. Yeah,
I'm interested in hearing what that looks like from you, because you've got, Kamora Fields obviously talented. She's going to walk in, and I think the mindset's a little bit different for kids, whereas, they want to play now. They want to get on the court now, and so that's a different mentality and reality, truthfully, for those players, because now you're right, you're dealing with 20, 21-year-olds that are coming from all over the country, and I think, coaches and teams are figuring out the older teams are having a lot more success instead of Indiana football. Indiana football, that's right.
Everybody but Alabama, who brought the guy back from that's 36 years old.
Yeah, that's been a fascinating thing. I think they're 1-3 with him, or
1-3 in Florida the other night. I don't like to give Florida any props for anything in life, but Florida the other night, Janet G League dropout.
Pretty clever.
Speaking of dropouts, Johnny Kidd's here.
Johnny, long 3 there from Sims, no good. Yeah, that's. It's a fascinating phenomenon, and I think it's not one that's going to go away quickly. I think it's just going to simply evolve and turn into the norm for college athletics. And when we see a player like Kamora, it's always interesting to see how she translates into the college game. I think she's a kid that can walk in day one and make a difference. I just hope that she has that opportunity.
Absolutely.
So Walker Valley battling here, getting some good looks. Shelton trailing 25-7 as McDonald's had a few good looks. Sims has had a few good looks, just not able to get it to go down. Kylie Johnson, her second 3. What are you looking for if you're Jason Reuter in a game like this? Clearly you're going to walk in and you feel strong about, your opportunity here, but what are you looking for in the bigger picture?
Number 1, don't get injured. Number 2, if there's a few things you need to work on, which I can tell right now, they're wanting to inside out it. You've seen Addie Guerin now for her third 3, give her 9 on the night. I think some of the ball movement that he's been kind of, I think at some points of the season has been a little frustrated with. You can see tonight they have really working on that ball movement.
Into the game, Aslan Stroud and Sanaya Long for Bradley Central as Sims knocks down a big 3. Again, we want to try to get as many of these young people's names correct and into the game as possible as they come in. You're getting the C-Team broadcast tonight. We apologize for that. Heartline took another mental health day or whatever he's calling it now. He's not with us tonight. Not sure if he's going to be with us Friday night as well. But
he will not. Let me go ahead and just spoil it for you. He will not be here.
I don't think anybody's spoiled by that. He won't be here. But you've got Stephen Shelton and Denny Collins bringing you the broadcast. We're glad to do it. And it's a lot of fun to be a part of these games. So Long and Stroud into the game. Kamora Fields at the line. Her team up 30-9. Missed the free throw, but she's there to put it back up and good for another 2 for Fields. So Lady Mustangs, not a lot in terms of, real fluid offense from them tonight, and it's just something that Bradley Central does to every team. They are just a difficult team to match up with because of their athleticism, because of how well they're coached, and they do this to a lot of teams. So it's not just Walker Valley.
No, I mean, this is not, they're not playing, in some way tonight that we've not seen. But they are, I will say, they are moving the ball around a lot better than I have seen in the past few months from this team, and really not focusing as much on Kamora, but really moving it outside and taking some good. They've got a lot of good open looks here in this first quarter.
Into the game for the Bearettes, Hallie Reimer is in, 5'4" junior. Also into the game for the Lady Mustangs, Abby Hernandez. She has subbed in. So we've got quite a few new bodies in the first quarter, 32-9 your score, about a minute to go. And Shelton, we'll talk a little bit about the boys game that's coming up. It was Friday night, the Cleveland Walker Valley game wasn't your, I think, typical Walker Valley game, and we walked out of here and thought, man, that was a rough patch for the Mustangs. And you talked about it earlier. Cleveland makes you play that way.
Yeah, they do. They just, Greg Phillips, coined that. Cleveland makes you play ugly, and they do. Just the way they go about business. I think Coach Pride is kind of his forte is to make the other team play out of their element, and they were. Turner Clayton got a slow start, came on late. Same thing for a lot of the Mustangs the other night, where it was just a cold start, couldn't hit anything. And we could say the same thing actually about the Lady Raiders. They shot the ball terribly in that first half and got going there in the second half. But yeah, I mean, it's with Davis and Clayton both having a slow start. It was a game that was very interesting until about halftime.
Kasia Cox for the Lady Mustangs knocks the ball out. Good defense from her. A little bit of pressure there for the Lady Mustangs. They trail 33-9. So how do you remedy that if you're the Mustangs? You played a sloppy game on a Friday night in front of your home court. Now you got to turn around and play another rivalry game here on kind of a different Tuesday night. Nice 3 there from Aislinn Stroud. Nice 3. How do you remedy that if you're Coach Campbell?
Well, the first thing you do is tell your guys, hey, you got the dub. We got what we wanted in the win. Secondly, now let's go look at the things maybe we can improve on. A lot of that, though, Denny, you know this as well as anyone, balls just didn't fall. I mean, they got some good open looks. They just didn't fall. I think, when you look at Davis and Clayton, they probably forced some stuff because they got slow starts and they wanted, to get going, which is to be expected. But I just think that, that was one of those nights you can just scratch up and say, boys, it wasn't our night, but we came away with the victory, and at the end of the day, that's all that really matters.
Long to the free throw line. She'll knock down 2 for Bradley Central, and certainly an efficient first quarter here for the Bearettes as they look to add on. Can they get 40? They do. 40 there from Stroud as 40-9. And I believe that's going to do it. If the Lady Mustangs can get out, they'll get a foul called with 0.7 to go. 40-9, your first quarter score. Lady Mustangs, I think, going to get one more inbound here before we go to break. It's been an offensive performance from Bradley Central that has come off of the effort and energy of their defense. So that 3 no good. We'll come back for the second quarter here. You're joining us on MixTV.tv, the rivalry games.
You're watching MixTV.tv, the rivalry games. First period coverage is presented by Cleveland Ford. Think Cleveland Ford first when shopping for your next vehicle. Go to clevelandford.com. Cleveland Ford, honest people, honest deals.
Back on MixTV.tv along with Stephen Shelton. I'm Denny Collins. Thank you for joining us here at Walker Valley High School. The rivalry games as we're back at Walker Valley as they host Bradley Central tonight. And Shelton, we want to again preview Friday night's game. We'll be back again for another rivalry game.
For the last
time. This will be the finale at Cleveland High School. Go ahead and throw that graphic up there.
Yeah, it'll be at Cleveland High School Friday night. Denny and I will be there. For again, a possible tie in the district. If the Lady Raiders defeat the Bearettes Friday night, it will be a tie for that first place of district for those two teams. And so it should be a great night of basketball. And anytime Cleveland and Bradley get together, as Addie hits another 3, as Cleveland and Bradley get together on the boys' side, it's always pretty exciting.
Yeah, that'll be an exciting game at the Raider Arena Friday night. Hope you tune in and join us. If you're not able to be there, we hope you've tuned in, and if you're not able to be here for this game tonight, pretty good crowd for a Tuesday night here. I guess, as you said, a lot of folks have cabin fever. No school for Bradley County schools for Monday and Tuesday. Cleveland City out Monday. So this is kind of an opportunity to get out and about among the people. Nice left-handed jump shot there from Long as she takes it in the paint, gets another 2.
Long's going to be special.
Long, she's talking about her a little bit, 5'11" freshman. Talk about what you know from Long and what they expect, what this coaching staff expects from her.
Well, came here from Riceville Middle School, Riceville Junior High, whatever they call it up there, and she was the best freshman, lady freshman in McMinn County. Her mom works in Bradley County, has worked in Bradley County for years, and works not very far from the high school there at Bradley, and said, hey, no chance I can go north and make it south to work on time every morning, so I'm bringing her to Bradley. And so luckily for Coach Reuter, sometimes the rich just keep getting richer, and for him, he's got, I think, the best freshman in the county.
We've talked a little bit about that as we've kind of evaluated this Walker Valley Lady Mustang team, new coaching staff, Angela Campbell, Monty Frazier, and we've really discussed, hey, what do you have to do? Last Friday we had the Hall of Fame game, and there was some Lady Mustangs. Mindy Cox was initiating the Hall of Fame. Allison Butler was here. What do you do if you're the Lady Mustangs to get back to that?
Well, I mean, it starts in your middle school. You got to recruit well. Give the girls something to be excited about to become Lady Mustangs and to play basketball. I think they've got some great athletes walking the hallways. They just don't play basketball. Denny, it's very similar to years gone by, way before when our friend Damon Floyd became the football coach at Bradley. They had great athletes walking the hallway. The problem was the great athletes weren't playing football. Damon changed that. And I think for Angela and this staff is to get your best athletes out here, the ones that did play basketball in middle school, for whatever reason decided not to play, give them a reason to come play. And I think that kind of will start jump-starting this. And you got to get through this, gauntlet of Bradley, and they've had an excellent team. And after this year, they're going to lose a lot, and we'll be kind of in a rebuilding process, and that'll be one of the main players doing that. But that's some of the things that has to happen, just waiting for the ebbs and flows of high school sports.
Nice 3 there from Long from the corner, a long 3 from Long. So, yeah, she's really played well tonight, and it's good to see one of the young players getting the opportunity to play well in the rivalry game. Didn't see a lot of her at Bradley Central. It's nice to see her playing well tonight here as Bradley Central takes on Walker Valley. They are in control in this game, and really, Shelton, this is not unexpected, so to speak, but you alluded to this Lady Mustang team. They looked better against Cleveland High School, the Lady Raiders, especially in the first half. They were tied after 1. And it all came down to ball control, really, handling the pressure, getting up shots, and really valuing each possession. So they're doing things that they need to do to get better. It's just a matter of finding those athletes.
Yeah, I mean, you're playing a juggernaut here, and it's kind of a David and Goliath type matchup, if you will. And I don't think Walker Valley's got enough stones tonight in their sling to get it done. But just turnovers, learning where to be, how to be, finishing. Getting good open shots, and just learning the game. And again, this game gets so much faster when you go from that freshman year or that 8th grade year to that freshman year. It takes a while for the game to slow down for most of these girls, and I think you've seen that somewhat this season, but I think that you'll see that even more over the summer as Coach Campbell and Coach Frazier get these girls ready to go. And this is going to be a 10-second. Yep, and Angela's got to call timeout. Again, it's just recognition, Denny. Recognition of where you're at on the floor, recognition of what's going on. We'll take this break with them. You're watching MixTV.tv.
Owning a home should be one of life's greatest pleasures, but without a solid foundation, it can become a major source of stress. Luckily, you're not alone. Our experts can identify the true cause of foundation issues and guide you through every step of the way to fixing them, from pinpointing the problem to perfecting the solution. We form custom solutions to meet the needs of your foundation and your wallet, including flexible payment options. With our team by your side, consider your home and your peace of mind secure.
You're watching MixTV.tv. The Rivalry Games second period coverage is presented by USS. Since 1994, we've helped more than 30,000 customers solve their foundation repair and waterproofing problems. Learn more online at USSTN.com.
All right, back on MixTV.tv. We're in the midst of the second quarter here at Walker Valley High School as they host Bradley Central. The Bearettes coming in winners of 39 straight, and they're looking for number 40 in a row. And that includes multiple state championships, Shelton. The Lady Mustangs, their schedule includes hosting Howard this Friday night, hosting Polk County, hosting Hamilton Heights, and a road trip to Polk County. So a couple of winnable games, opportunities for the Lady Mustangs to win. And then we get into district play. And you know, Shelton, that's always one of the most exciting times in our area when district and region and we start to get into sectionals. It's just a fun time for our community. We always have teams that play well. This year, probably no exception.
Absolutely. You know, you're going to be fun. It's going to be fun watching the Walker Valley boys, I think. It's going to be fun watching the Cleveland girls and the Bradley ladies as well. The trying to get back to Murfreesboro. It's such a, I know winning it is the ultimate goal, don't get me wrong, but making it back or making it for the first time, and just the feel when you go over there, and it's just a special opportunity for these girls and young men to go over and experience that, and hopefully we're going to have 3 of those teams over there, and maybe even more come tournament time.
Paisley Payne into the game for the Bearettes, a 5'9" sophomore. I'm going to tell you what, for Bradley Central, they don't get smaller as they get younger. I mean, these are some good-looking girls coming in off the bench, 5'10", 5'11". There's some height in there for Coach Reuter.
Yeah, and again, you put that with Long, who is dynamic. You know, the way she plays the game. Again, cover's not going to be bare next year, that's for sure.
52-11 your score here at Walker Valley as they host Bradley Central. And you talk about tournament time. We obviously we're going to key in on some of the major players, and this should be a special run for Camorra. I think if she has an opportunity to do what I would dare say very few athletes in the country have ever done, cap it off with 4. That's really remarkable, Shelton.
Yeah, and I believe I was told that she's getting close to 2,000 career points at Bradley Central, which is just, is amazing.
She'll pass ahead. We'll go to Francis, up and good. And so Francis, another bucket for her.
9 for Francis.
Francis played really well at Bradley Central. Her and Addie Guerin were great compliments to Camorra. Man, you could have helped me out there.
Yeah, Addie, you're making Denny look bad.
Come on, Addie.
Come on. Listen, if we're not going to make shots when we call for them,
trying to brag
we'll
on you
find
here.
somebody else. All right?
Trying to brag on you. Addie Guerin played great at Bradley Central. And again, those 2 young ladies are tremendous compliments for Camorra. Who do you think it's going to take to complement Kimura to get them back to the state championship?
Well, I think Addie is a given. She's got to be there. But I tell you, Jada Francis for me is the one that has to step up and has to be the one that picks up the slack when they double Kimura, when Addie's off a little bit. But Jada Francis is that third piece to that rodman to the puzzle, if you will, to that long-term success and getting as deep as they possibly can, and hopefully back to Murfreesboro. The one thing about Murfreesboro is this: if you can get there, anything can happen.
That's right. Adliana Hernandez, a foul called against the Lady Mustangs, so to go back over to Bradley Central. That's absolutely right. We've seen a lot, and it was fun for, I think, the Bradley Central boys last year who were in the Final Four. They got a great draw, played great in the first round, advanced to the Final Four. Of course, the Mustangs were there, and they ran into a buzzsaw in Oak Ridge, 22 now for Kimura. They ran into a buzzsaw against Aaron Green's Oak Ridge team, who, man, they were just tough to watch. And so you're absolutely right. Anything can happen in Murfreesboro. It's just so much fun when we have some of our teams participate and be a part of that.
And you see the girls now feeding Kimura. They understand that Miss Basketball needs some points here because of, a lot of the voters just look at stats.
That's right. That's right. They don't get the minute line, and Kimura doesn't play 4 quarters in a lot of games like a lot of these Miss Basketball contestants do. So another steal and turnover there will push ahead. I believe it's going to be 26 for Kimura, 26 for her.
Got to get her to 30 is what they're trying to do, I believe.
I think she can probably progress towards that stat line on her own. I appreciate the Barretts helping her out, but man, she is just such a special player. And I love Shelton that she does it on both ends. I think, sometimes you see a kid that's pretty talented offensively. The defensive ends, not so much.
Chris Ferris. I mean, I'll call him out now. He never saw the defense. Chris Ferris would have been great in a 3-on-3 basketball. I mean, that brother never saw the other end of the floor. Well, I know you're watching, Chris.
We weren't going to name names. Shelton broke the rule, the code there, so to speak. But no, Kimura, I think she takes a lot of pride in both ends of the court, plays tremendously well on the defensive end, and a lot of times she'll start the offense with her defense.
Absolutely. Minute to go here, 62-11. Denny, we can start looking to the Friday night, talking about it more and more. I think Friday night's going to be interesting with the girls' game. It really is. I hope everybody gets there early. Arena should be packed for that game. It'll be the most anticipated girls' game in this area in a very long time.
It better be. I think that's a nice 3 there, McDonald. Or I'm sorry, that was Stanzel. Was that? I think that was. I think that was McDonald. I was wrong on that, Maddie McDonald. So big 3 from Maddie McDonald. The answer there the other way from Addie Guerin.
Guerin with 15.
Nice first half from Addie Guerin. Yeah, I think it better be packed. I hope our viewership is a lot lower than it typically is on Friday night because I hope everybody's there. Those are such fun games. There's Stanzel. She heard me. Kinsley Stanzel. She 2 points for her. They're such fun games, and you show up on a Friday night. It's a rivalry game at Raider Arena. I think a huge girls game on the line. It would be awesome for that place to be packed out and for our community to see a great game and 2 really good teams battle. Cleveland's fun to watch. They've got a lot of talent, and probably they would argue they're as complete a team as any other team in the area. We'll talk more about them. We're going to approach halftime here. 65-16 your score. We thank you for joining us on MixTV.tv, the rivalry games. Look at a few highlights here from the Lady Mustangs and the Barretts. Thank you for joining us. We hope you come back to us. We'll have the second half. Get ready for the boys game on MixTV.tv. Back in 2 minutes.
You get a yearly checkup. Shouldn't your air? With your local Lennox dealer, regular care equals perfect air. With technology you can touch, comfortable air you can feel, and savings you can see. Not just perfect air, perfect for you air.
Call Dale's Heating and Air to upgrade your air today.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
I love the Cleveland community because I think it's a very warm place to live. It's just a very friendly community, and you don't necessarily have to be born here to fit in. There's a lot of folks that move here and they fall in love with it. I feel like we make our customers feel valued by the way we treat them. We're very welcoming here. We get to know them. We learn their names. We learn their goals, and we try to meet all their financial needs, not just do one transaction with them.
This is John Davis, the trade-in man for Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway, and we will overpay for your old car today. High mileage, cosmetic issues, that's okay. Rusted, busted, can't be trusted, all trade-ins are welcome. Just bring us your old car as is. Don't even wash it. You'll be shocked of how much I'm willing to pay for your old car in any condition. Come see me, John Davis, the trade-in man for Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee, where selling your car is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Logan Thompson. Dude, does your ball talk?
Yeah, ever since the car accident.
Logan Thompson.
Thinks I should call Logan Thompson to get a better settlement. He won't shut up about it.
And you blew it.
I know.
We could have had it all. Logan Thompson.
Call Logan Thompson. We get results.
Call Logan Thompson.
No more varicose or spider veins.
No more tired, achy, restless legs.
No more swollen ankles.
It's time to get back
to a better you with the help from Milligan Vein Clinic.
Our board-certified physicians have treated thousands of patients using the latest technologies to restore healthy, great-looking legs.
There's little or no downtime.
It was covered by my insurance. My legs have never felt better.
Milligan Vein Clinic, improving the quality of your life.
Did you figure out what you're going to do for college yet?
No, I don't think so. I'd like to go to Wesleyan like you, but I don't think my parents can afford it.
I bet they can. I qualified for a program and I'm going to TW tuition free.
Really? How is that?
The TWU Pledge. It's a program they offer to local high school students that basically helps with their tuition. You should check it out.
Will do. Can you send me that link?
Yeah.
Don't let anything stand in the way when excellence is within reach. Tennessee Wesleyan University is the best value in higher education for East Tennesseans. Tennessee Wesleyan, where dreams meet affordability.
I'm Clark Campbell. I've lived here in Cleveland, Tennessee for 24 years, and I'm so proud that I get to shop for my business to get my truck right here in my town. I left my gas truck a couple years ago when I realized that this mid-sized truck with a diesel engine could pull my trailer with so much more efficiency, and they helped me find it. There are a lot of options when it comes to dealerships. This is going to be the first place I go to every single time.
You're watching the Rivalry games on MixTV.tv, driven by Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland. It's time now for tonight's halftime show, sponsored by District Attorney Stephen Hatchett.
All right, back on MixTV.tv, the Rivalry games. We're here live at Walker Valley High School as they host Bradley Central, the Bears and Bearettes, and right now Bearettes in control 65-16 as we entertain halftime here of game one. We've got a pretty good ball game dialed in for you for the second game as the Bears look to come in and maybe get a signature win. We'll talk a little bit about that in just a few moments. But with us here in the booth, in the dynamic booth that it is.
Or row three.
Row three of the upper deck. The row that you can only see maybe a third of the court or half of the court. We've got Bradley Central High School Principal Patrick Spangler. Mr. Spangler, thank you for joining us tonight.
Yeah, no doubt. Thank you for having me.
And among your roles as principal, you're also a member of the TSSAA, is it Board of Controls? Am I saying this right? I know you've got a lot of titles and a lot of things, but you're on the Board of Controls, correct?
Yes, sir. It's the TSSAA Board of Controls.
Okay, so you handle all complaints, is that correct? Can we give out your cell number tonight? Can we have that on the board?
I handle all complaints at 1000 South Lee Highway.
Excellent.
And then just to get a little bit more, I take it statewide.
Well, and our production crew is not going to get a whole lot of love from us tonight as they turn the camera around.
What is this?
We typically try to take care of you guys and brag on you, but tonight you're not going to get anything from us. So we're here. You can tell we're slumming it a little bit.
we're going to have to talk to Dr. Jeremy Jones, because we go over to Bradley Central and we're taken care of. You know, they've got media credentials. They've got a nice little platform for us. And, you know, we come here, we're going to have to talk to Dr. Jones and get some things handled. So, Mr. Spangler, your girls team has had a special season. And, of course, this is nothing new for this team, as they're riding 39 straight wins, looking for number 40. 3 state championships in a row, looking for number 4. This is a team that is looking to do something and continue to do things that hasn't been done before in the history of Bradley Central.
Well, I think Kamora, just thinking about Kamora Fields, she is I think, what you call one of the once-in-a-lifetime players that you get to coach. And fortunately, we've had her for 4 years. Who, in my opinion, has probably been one of the best players in the state of Tennessee for the last 4 years. I mean, the numbers that she has put up over her career, just absolutely incredible. And, you know, I think for me, and probably even talking to Coach Reuter, you know, before the year or even after last year ended, was what are we going to get from those other kids that are stepping into a new role, that are stepping into a leadership role. And that's what I've been most impressed with this year, is just those young kids, and then Addie Guerin's leadership, and just, you know, how they can find people to make some open shots, which down the stretch is really what's going to, I think, when you get to the district finals, when you get to the region finals or the sub-state, you know, they can game plan against one kid. I think it's going to be hard because Kamora is that special of a player. But you're seeing other girls be able to knock down shots, which is going to make them hopefully go on another big run this year.
Well, we talked about it, and we're really excited for you, because you're principal at Bradley Central High School. You guys have been named, outside of athletics, you've been named a reward school for the 24-25 year. You're an A school as determined by the letter grading system. We can talk a little bit about that. But you got a lot that's positive that's going on at Bradley Central High School. You talk a lot about your team that really has worked to create culture and to create a great place for kids to be. And so we're really proud of you and excited for what you're doing at Bradley Central. I'm going to give you an opportunity to talk about some of these kids. We talk about them from a basketball standpoint. Tell me what you see from them in terms of the classroom, the community, their leadership, who they are as people.
Well, just leadership. You know, I mean, we want student athletes that can lead on the sports field or on the court or whatever, but we also I tell them all, you know, people look at you guys as different people in the classroom. And so we try to make sure that our student athletes are held to a higher standard, just because they're representing Bradley Central on their jerseys, but also in their academics. And I think, you know, the stuff's not really out this year, but last year in our top 10, you know, 2 Bearettes were in our top 10, our class of 2025 top 10. So that's what we want. We want to be good at academics, and I think, you know, you mentioned the reward school and also the level 5 school, you know, which
I did mention level 5 and an A school.
And an A school,
yep.
Reward school.
Yep.
You know, just those things are, when we set out 7 years ago, I'm in year 7, those are things that were on our goal list. And now we've got there. Now we've got to make a plan to sustain that. And I think it's the kids' leadership, it's the teachers in the classroom, and it's all the support staff coming together, which make the Bradley Central High School family.
Well, let me say this, and it's fun for me. You and I are, you know, we've kind of gone through this community along with Stephen Shelton. You were a student athlete at Bradley Central, and now you're leading as principal at Bradley Central. How special is that for you?
Well, you know, I think for the last 7 years I've been able to probably, I would consider it a dream, but it's a tough dream sometimes. But, you know, that I can tell you I never expected to be at Walker Valley on February 3rd, 2026, talking to Denny Collins and Stephen Shelton up in the penthouse about being the principal of Bradley Central High School. And
I'm taking a vote. Neither did I.
No, I think we'd be 0 for 3 there. 0 for 3.
Well, buddy, you're doing a great job, and we're so appreciative and thankful of all that you've done, not just for Bradley, the school, but for the community and those kids and families. It's really fun to kind of watch you go and do this thing and to be a part of it.
Well, I think we can echo that with not just Patrick, but your entire family. You know, you guys have given so much to this community through education and other outlets, you know, with your sister.
Now, wait a minute. Hold on. It's not – he doesn't want to hear about his sister. He doesn't want to hear about his brother. Like, this is his time, okay?
Well, I'm just going to say Patrick's following in some great footsteps, that great shadow that his father left.
Oh,
and
100%.
So that's where I was going with that.
100%.
That's fine. Denny cuts me off a lot. It's you know, I get with Heartline, and Heartline talks about everything but the game, and Denny just, you know, Patrick, I'm just here so I don't get fined. That's it.
Yep.
Well, Patrick, we're thankful for you and your family. Of course, Brittany and Jason and your mom and dad, of course, icons of this community. And your dad still is one of my heroes and somebody that I deeply admire and think highly of. And so I'm thankful to call you friend, and we're thankful to have you in the broadcast here as we get back to the second half here, 68-16. And Patrick, we'll put you on the spot since you're in the booth. How do you assess this Barrett basketball team in terms of what you've seen over the past 6 years going into 7?
Well, I mean, I think Coach Reuter just does an incredible job. You know, I'm going back on last year and maybe the couple years before. You know, basketball's a piece of it, but the culture of the program and keeping people focused on the common goal is tougher than we think in this generation. And so I think what Coach Reuter has been able to do over the last however many years, well, gosh, he's been the girls basketball coach for 17 because, you know, that's what opened the door for me to come to Bradley Central High School was when he shifted over to the girls. So the work that he has been able to do as the Barrett head coach has just been incredible. But I said it earlier when we talked about it, I just think the growth of these young kids that are getting playing time and the leadership that has been developed over the last several months is what's special to me because new girls are getting new roles in the team, and so that's been really special to see.
Sims with a long three, and talk about one of those younger players, and again, I don't know, I want to make sure I say this right, Sanaya Long?
Yeah, I thought Sanaya's really shot the ball well.
Oh, she's been phenomenal tonight. She's an incredible player. 31, is that right? 31 for Kamora Fields tonight. She had 30 in last game in a half of play. 31 tonight. She's an all-timer, no question.
She is, and you know, it's one of those things too that she's also working on getting to that all-time leading scorer for the Bradley Central High School Barrett, which you guys all know, and everybody in this community, there have been tons of incredible people that have played basketball and so much tradition and history. So what she's been able to accomplish over her 4 years, pretty incredible.
That's going to be 33 with an opportunity for 34. I told the story in the last broadcast about Kamora. One of the things that I loved about her when I met her in middle school, it was on the tennis court. You know, my girls played tennis, and Kamora played tennis, and she was the #1 player for Lake Forest, and then we'd transition to volleyball, and there she was, and she played volleyball, and she was a great volleyball player, but she was always a great teammate, and she was always a great competitor. And no matter what happened on the court, she was one of the first ones there to say, hey, your kid did a great job, or man, this was awesome. She's such a well-rounded young lady and a great ambassador, not just for her school, but for her family as well. She's just one of those special kids.
Yeah, most certainly. And, you know, I think that's a testament, too, to her mom and dad who instilled those things into her. She's the true definition of a student athlete, and I think I want to go back to, and I know where the game's going on, and just cut me off or just kick me off.
Nope, you're doing good.
But a couple of years back, she was speaking to the media at the state tournament, and I left that room thinking she is so well spoken.
That's what they do. Keep going. You're good.
They cut me off, man.
It happens sometimes. We're used to that up here. Shelton gets going, and they'll just pull the plug on us.
Okay, that's great.
Well-spoken, great kid.
Absolutely, she is.
free throw there from Walker Valley, number 23, Kinsley Stanzel. 73-20 your score here halfway through the third quarter. We're in the booth with Stephen Shelton and Patrick Spangler, principal at Bradley Central High School. Thankful for him and him showing up with us and kind of walking through this game and talk a little bit about his school and some of the players and all that makes Bradley what Bradley is. We tried to get Dr. Jones up here. You know, you want to get equal time, but said he was in San Antonio. He's at Tech Conference, and you know, he bailed out on us, Mr. Spangler.
No, it's a great conference that we've been able to take a lot. We got a crew out there, some teachers and tech directors and stuff. So really good conference. I'm glad Dr. Jones is out there. I probably speak to him once a day. So
yeah, that's one I was going to tell you. You know, Coach Mike Turner just walked by and just the connect. He smiled at us and was giving us a hard time, but the connection that this community just some of them don't understand. You know, you're as close with the Turner family as any. You're growing up there, and your dad coaching with Coach Turner for many years, and now you and Jeremy Jones being great friends, and Turner Jackson and Mike Turner, they're going to bury them in each of the schools, and so it's the connection though between these two county schools is probably the strongest I believe I've ever seen it.
Yeah, Dr. Jones is such an incredible guy, doing an incredible job in his first year. And so Dr. Jones and I talk frequently, and so I pass things off of him, and he passes things off to me, and he's just a great person to work with in the district as secondary principals.
Dr. Jeremy Jones in his first year as principal here at Walker Valley High School. He's been at Valley View as principal there. Before that, he was an administrator at Walker Valley, teacher at Walker Valley, math teacher, and then at Ocoee before that. Also, if you want to talk about kind of, I don't want to say coaching trees, but you grew up under the tutelage of Ron Spangler as well. So a lot of connections there from your dad into not just the broadcast booth, but into other leadership positions as well. I'm not sure he'd be a fan of my broadcasting. I think he might have a commentary to say.
He wasn't a fan of yours.
Well,
not a fan of me in general.
or me.
I think right now, if he was listening, he would be texting all three of us, telling us to probably go to commercial break.
Yeah,
stay.
Or he would text us and say, "I'm watching it on mute," and so that would be another great Ron Spangler comment.
Yeah.
We're over halfway through the third quarter here. Bradley Central in control as they lead 76-21. We're in the booth with Stephen Shelton, Patrick Spangler, principal at Bradley Central High School, as the Bearheads in control. I want to give you some names real quick. Long three there from Michaela Broom. Not good, but I'll give you some other names. Stroud is in. She's been in the game. Stroud's in. Also Francis in. Addie Guerin in. We've got Stroud, I've said, is in for the Lady Mustangs. It's McDonald. McDonald in. Abigail Hernandez is in. Kaija Cox is in. And Kinsley Stanzel in, along with Lila Sims, who took a tumble there. So 76-23. And Shelton, let's preview again. You talked a little bit about this, what we can expect Friday night. We'll talk a little bit about the next game, but what's coming up for us Friday night at Raider Arena?
As Principal Spangler will tell you, after this game is over with, Coach Reuter will go to his basement and will not come out until Friday. It is Bradley Cleveland. It is for a share or a complete sweep of the district. So Bradley wins. They're the number one seed. If Cleveland were to win, it would be a share of the number one seed. So I will say that, as all his former players used to say, you do not want to be around him through 2 or 3 days before we play Cleveland, and these girls know what is coming starting tomorrow.
That's your cue, Mr. Spangler.
Yeah. I try to stay away from him too. So no, he does, but that's what he does. He plans. He's going to know everything that they do. His staff's going to know everything that they do, and then it's about game planning and the kids going out and executing the game plan.
Michaela Broom to the line for the Bearettes off the rebounded missed free throw. She'll have two shots. One shot. So that's an and one. Michaela Broom finishes the three-point play, pushes the lead 80-23 as we get closer to the end of the third period.
I think 5 for Broom.
5 for Michaela Broom.
You know, you were talking about kids that have shot it well for the Bearettes. Jada Francis has had some games really whenever they needed someone else to show up. You know, whenever they were playing against Hebron Christian and also the Middle Tennessee Christian, she's someone that plays a big role in the success of the Bearettes. So we're looking at a lot for her down the stretch.
I actually called Coach Reuter after they went into overtime the other night with that Middle Tennessee Christian team, and I just mentioned, I said, did Principal Spangler call you into his office about going into overtime? It's unacceptable. And he said he did, and told me if it happened again, we'd probably have to talk about not extending my contract. So hey, it's tough sledding down there, Denny, for coaches at Bradley.
Absolutely. Maddie McDonald, 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Speaking of that, his last loss here, they're riding 39 games looking for 40, Mount Verde Academy in Florida. And that was just over a year ago, last January. So pretty good stretch here for Coach Reuter.
I'm not superstitious. I'm just cautious. So I don't talk about losing, okay? So.
Well, in the broadcast booth, you have to. You got to have content. You got to have material. So you cannot talk about it, not look at it. But we're going to tell you.
I passed that to Stephen Shelton.
Yes, and he'll let you know. The crazy thing about Coach Reuter is he can tell you, even if he wins by 20, he's like, in that third quarter with about minute 12 to go, terrible pass. It was just a terrible skip pass. And he'll go on and on and on. I'm like, I don't even remember what you're talking about. But he is a very detailed individual.
Bradley Central, the Bearettes on a breakaway, up and good. That's Kylie Johnson. I'm sorry, that's Hallie Reimer. Reimer with 2. 5'4" junior, her 4th. And another steal from the Bearettes. So Friday night will be a big game. Patrick, you're here at Walker Valley. The home games are a little bit different than those visiting games. A little different feel as an administrator going to a game than hosting a game, right?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm really supposed to say this, but as a coach, you want to play at home.
Everybody else go on the road.
As an administrator, you want to go on the road.
1,000%. You can absolutely say that. Absolutely.
Hey, well, we got a timeout here. We had the Lynn Jones night, the 3rd one of the year. We've been doing it for a few years now. I'm lucky enough to have a part in that, and it was a special night for a lot of young kids to be able to come in there and enjoy a basketball game.
Well, I think as a Bradley guy and as an athlete, as a graduate, and now the principal, we love seeing young kids in our building, and we love seeing what happens on the basketball floor. We love the baseball games. We love the football games, to see the little guys and gals out there, because those are what's going to make the future. They're the future Bear and Bearettes. So just want to say thank you to you and Lynn and everyone involved in that. I think that was started probably 2 or 3 years ago. And it's been it's just an impactful experience to see families. I think that's the highlight too. Families come to the game, bring their kids, and just experience maybe something that they weren't used to experience, and then maybe those people that come will continue coming back for many games to come. So just special. Thank you to Lynn Jones, everyone involved in that. Just can't thank you enough for the impact Lynn Jones has in our community and at Bradley High School.
I want to piggyback off that, Shelton. You've connected with me on a couple of texts and calls about that, and that was one of the things when you first told me about it. I thought, man, what a cool concept, because it's exactly as you described it. There are families that they've never seen a high school basketball game before. They've never been to an event like that before, and they have the opportunity to do that and to engage in something that's community-based and something that's engaging and fun, and go to the concession stand and just enjoy a night that they wouldn't have. And I think it's such a special thing. So thank you. I also want to say thank you to Lynn Jones and Shelton, to you and all those that make that possible, because that is a fun community thing, and I know it's enjoyable for our families.
I think we're the game that they come to, but the elementary schools that are connected to this, people that I've talked to from the elementary schools, are just so appreciative of it as well.
All right, the end of 3 here, 82-24, 1 quarter to play here at Walker Valley High School as the Bearettes look for 40 in a row. We'll be back after this break on MixTV.tv.
Duracell in Cleveland is now hiring mechanical skilled technicians from $22.17 to $27 per hour. Excellent benefits beginning day 1. Medical, dental, and vision insurance. Paid vacation, holiday pay, 401k tuition reimbursement, and more. Apply at Duracell.com.
Sun is shining, it's a beautiful day. Wake up, sleepyhead, get up and play. Everything's yellow, it's a beautiful sight. Sunbeam showers makes everything right. Come on now, let's get away.
Make every day brighter with the sunny southern goodness of Mayfield Dairy.
You're watching MixedTV.tv, the rivalry games driven by Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland. Visit cleveland-nissan.com. Nissan, innovation that excites.
All right, welcome back to MixedTV.tv, the rivalry games. We're here at Walker Valley High School, the fourth quarter of the visiting Bearettes and the host Lady Raiders as they look to conclude this game. 82-24, Shelton. This game really not been in doubt since the first quarter, as Bradley Central has just asserted its dominance throughout this game.
Yeah, I mean they're doing what they're supposed to do. You know, he's going to empty the bench here, and you know, again, right now Bradley's looking forward to moving on and playing Cleveland Friday night. That's the big deal. And so that's what their focus is going to be from this point forward. Luckily, this clock will continue to run, and this will kind of get over with. But you know, Bradley Central's come up here and do what they're supposed to do. No one gets injured. They win big. They get some good shots, get some good looks, and they move on to now start preparing for Cleveland High School on Friday night.
All right, let me give you some players into the game for the Lady Mustangs. Number 3, Callie Kessler. Number 4, Kasia Cox. Number 10, Atiana Hernandez. Number 22, Madeline McDonald into the game for the Lady Mustangs. So we'll get some of the Bradley Central, the Bearettes, some of the usual suspects in there so far. Stroud, who's had a good game for Coach Reuter, is in there. Michaela Broom, the senior, she's in there. Also in there, 34, Sanai Long. We've talked about her and kind of her performance. Paisley Payne into the game, along with, it looks like number 2, Kinley Johnson, the junior, into the game. So I want to call as many of them as we can. It's tough for us. We've got a monitor here, but beyond that, it's tough for us to see. Shelton's got that eagle eye vision, but we're trying to get as many names called as possible in this game. 82-24, Bearettes in control. Hopefully a good game to follow. Bears looking to do something that really get that signature win and move them into tournament play.
You know, Bradley played well the first half of that game. You know, Walker Valley pulled away at the end, but you know, Bradley played well against Walker Valley, and they match up pretty well defensively against Walker Valley. So I'll be interested to see what Coach Karp has for Walker Valley tonight, and see if he tries to pull. He's got nothing to lose, so he could pull up a little bit of a wrinkle here to see if he can pull the upset.
52, Maggie Hendricks into the game, 6', 9th grader. You know, I'm not real sure what's going on in the middle school section of our kids, but every 9th grader that Coach Reuter's thrown out there, 5'11", 5'10", 6 foot, man, it's a strong squad, at least from physical stature. Good-looking girls coming in.
It's whatever they put in Chick-fil-A, Denny.
Absolutely. Unbelievable. So the cupboard is not bare for the Bearettes. So, you know, we talked about, you know, the opportunity that's there for the Bears. One of the things that you and I talked about at the last game at Bradley, the struggle offensively for Bradley Central and Coach Karp's team. The defense is there, but almost just no firepower, at least not in that game, for the black and gold. What do they got to do on the road tonight?
You know, again, we talked about it last time they played, Denny. When they started to score is when they started creating shots for themselves, coming off ball screens. You've got to do something to get your shooters open. Walker Valley likes to smother you defensively. Well, if you're just going to go ISO on that, they're going to shut you down. But I think when they adjusted at halftime, come out, ran some screens, got some good-looking shots, got to the basket. As we said against the last game with Walker Valley, there's 2 ways to get your offense going. 1, get to the basket. 2, get to the free throw line. And I think for Bradley, you've got to do that.
Long 3 from Callie Stanzel. Good looking 3 from her, as she'll add to the score total for the Lady Mustangs. 27 now. They trail 27-84. Running clock here in the fourth quarter. 4.5 to go. Thank you for joining us here on MixTV.tv. We are finishing game one here of the Rivalry Series, our last Rivalry Series game Friday night at Raider Arena. As Shelton has told you, the girls' game promises to be, well, hopes to be a good one. We hope it's a good one. I think the Lady Raiders are hoping that it's a good one. They're looking out at this team, and they know the assignment, so to speak. They know what's on the other end of the floor in the black and gold. What do they got to do to prepare themselves for that home game matchup?
Well, you got to believe you can win. That's the first thing. It's been so long. I believe you just got to believe you can win. And once you get that, and you got the Barretts at home. You've got a chance to get a share of the regular season district championship. Everything's in your favor. You have nothing to lose. If you lose that game, the worst you're going to be is second place. But I think everyone's trying to position themselves to stay away from Cookeville. No one wants to. They believe that Cookeville will win that other district. They want to not travel. A win on Friday night would help propel Cleveland into a position of belief that they can beat the Barretts on any floor. So it's just one of those things that you've got to get to a point of belief. You got to get to a point that you believe in yourself, your system, your coaches. And that all that belief comes with is a win.
Zoe Dunsford, the freshman, 5'9". So we got one under 5'10" there for Coach Reuter. Zoe Dunsford, 5'9", freshman into the game, number 45. And a timeout by Walker Valley. We'll take it with them here. Back in 1 minute on MixTV.tv.
You need money overnight? Check into cash. Your time is tight. .com. Bank account's too low? Check into cash. So where do you go? .com. Do it online in a record time. It's the easy way to get money next day. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. You can be sure it's secure from our bank straight to yours. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. Boom, boom, ba-dum, boom.
I love the Cleveland community because I think it's a very warm place to live. It's just a very friendly community, and you don't necessarily have to be born here to fit in. There's a lot of folks that move here and they fall in love with it. I feel like we make our customers feel valued by the way we treat them. We're very welcoming here. We get to know them. We learn their names. We learn their goals, and we try to meet all their financial needs, not just do one transaction with them.
You're watching MixTV.tv, the rivalry games driven by Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland, home of the lifetime warranty. I-75 exit 20 and cleveland-nissan.com.
All right, back on MixTV.tv. Thank you for joining us here alongside Stephen Shelton. I'm Denny Collins. We're at Walker Valley High School as we're counting down here the first game. Nice rip there from McDonald. Layup up and good. Nice rip from her. Maddie McDonald had a great game at Bradley. Yeah, she's another good game tonight.
Nice young piece. She really is to this future of Walker Valley basketball. And she's one that I think can continue to develop her game, and she'll be something that Coach Campbell can depend on in years to come.
A lot of young players on the court for Bradley Central. Maggie Hendricks on the court. Number 52, number 34, Sanaya Long. 11 at the line, that's Paisley Payne. Her free throws. First one no good. Number 2 is in there now, Kinsley Johnson. She'll be subbed out. And into the game, it looks like will be Shyla Beard, 5'6" sophomore. She's in the game along with Zoe Dunsford. So a lot of youth for the Barretts as they look to win number 40. We've talked about that, Shelton. 40 in a row for this Barrett team. And they're a team that is capable of beating anybody on any given night.
Absolutely.
Nice steal there from Dunsford, the 5'9" freshman. Good hands, good defensive ball pressure as she gets a rip and drive for 2. That's going to stay here with the Lady Mustangs. So running clock here. If you're wondering why the clock's going, and that's a TWSAA rule. A steal there from the Barretts. Layup will be no good as Hendricks could not convert. She was bothered there from Callie Kessler, it looks like. So Shelton, we'll get ready for game number 2 the nightcap, so to speak, on a Tuesday night. I believe we'll be back in school tomorrow, so hopefully some of these folks will be coming back home and tuning us in as they get ready for bed. It's going to be a rude awakening at the 5:30 a.m. call.
I do believe school will continue tomorrow. Education will be reestablished in Bradley County.
That's right.
So it'll. But again, tough call. I'd hate to make that call for that many young people. Not only riding buses, but driving in some of those areas that have nothing but iced over roads still from where the shade and the sun hadn't got to it. So, we look at some roads and we say, hey, there's nothing wrong. And unfortunately, you get to some areas of the county and you think, wow, there's a lot going on here.
Now, I'll tell you, as a dad of 3 teenage drivers, that was not tough at all for me. Thankful for the call, love it. Not sure how you feel as an insurance guy. I would imagine, the insurance, like, hey, you know what?
Cancel it when it rains.
Cancel that puppy. I don't want to be paying those claims. Dunsford again, another 2. Zoe Dunsford has come on strong here late in the fourth quarter. She's got nice defensive pressure there with on ball as she is tenacious. She's really getting the most out of her minutes here, Shelton.
Absolutely, she really is. And again, in the Walker Valley, the scoreboard's going to say a lot. I mean, it's 95-29. It's a 60-point win by Walker Valley by Bradley Central. But at the end of the day, we understand coming in that the Bearettes were on a mission, and Walker Valley needs to understand that they need to take this game and in the postseason, as long as it lasts for them, and work in the summer to get better and regroup and come back even stronger, and have the same coach for a full summer will also help.
And that'll do it here. Game number 1, 95-29 your score. The Bearettes, winners of 40 in a row. Congratulations to them and that coaching staff. We'll be back with post-game highlights and stats. We'll finish up this game and preview game number 2. We'll be back in 2 minutes on MixTV.tv. You're watching the Rivalry games.
You get a yearly checkup. Shouldn't your air? With your local Lennox dealer, regular care equals perfect air. With technology you can touch, comfortable air you can feel, and savings you can see. Not just perfect air, perfect for you air.
Call Dale's Heating and Air to upgrade your air today.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
No more varicose or spider veins.
No more tired, achy, restless legs.
No more swollen ankles.
It's time to get back
To a better you with the help from Milligan Vein Clinic.
Our board-certified physicians have treated thousands of patients using the latest technologies to restore healthy, great-looking legs.
There's little or no downtime.
It was covered by my insurance. My legs have never felt better.
Milligan Vein Clinic, improving the quality of your life.
20 years later, we've grown in many ways, but never out of that same customer-first heart to serve. Doing the right thing simply because it's right will earn your business the right way every day, every year, offering permanent steel roofing and siding at competitive prices, keeping promises, staying on time for both deliveries and pickups, making things right when we come up short. Partners like you are the reason Best Buy Metals exists.
Thank you for the opportunity to serve you.
Come see us!
Cleveland Tire is ready to help your auto any way it can. We're one of the largest providers of Goodyear brand tires in the area. We sell all major brand tires. We have ASE certified mechanics on staff 6 days a week. We also have a commercial truck tire center that provides 24-hour roadside service and minor mechanical repairs on site. We have built our reputation on years of quality, affordable work and tires. We pride ourselves in customer satisfaction and great service. Cleveland Tire Center.
Duracell in Cleveland is now hiring mechanical skilled technicians from $22.17 to $27 per hour. Excellent benefits beginning day 1. Medical, dental, and vision insurance, paid vacation, holiday pay, 401k tuition reimbursement, and more. Apply at Duracell.com.
Welcome to Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive excellence is our top priority. At Mountain View Nissan, we take pride in offering you the finest selection of vehicles, perfectly suited for your adventurous spirit. From powerful SUVs ready to conquer any terrain to your everyday gas-friendly commuters, we have the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle. This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive dreams become reality. Visit one of our 3 locations in Dalton, Chattanooga, and Cleveland today, and let us take your driving experience to new peaks.
I'm C-Mark.
I'm John Mark.
John Mark and I just didn't put up billboards.
We've put down roots.
If you're hurt, call us at 265-HURT.
That's 265-4878. We are your local law firm.
You're watching the Leisure Time Bowling Postgame Show on MixTV.tv. Take your crew to Leisure Time Bowling on Keith Street this weekend.
You get a yearly checkup. Shouldn't your air? With your local Lennox dealer, regular care equals perfect air. With technology you can touch, comfortable air you can feel, and savings you can see. Not just perfect air, perfect for you air.
Call Dale's Heating and Air to upgrade your air today.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Over 60% of teenage casualties in drinking and driving crashes do not wear a seatbelt.
1 in 3 high school students have ridden in a car 1 or more times with someone who's been drinking.
Texting while driving increases the risk of crashing by 23 times.
Don't become a statistic, be part of the solution.
Car crashes are the leading cause of death among teens, 1/3 of which are from drinking or drugs.
Brittany's kids say, choices matter, buckle up.
Phone down. Drive safe and sober.
Duracell in Cleveland is now hiring mechanical skilled technicians from $22.17 to $27 per hour. Excellent benefits beginning day one. Medical, dental, and vision insurance. Paid vacation, holiday pay, 401k tuition reimbursement, and more. Apply at Duracell.com.
Hardee's Original Bag is back, but only for a limited time. Choose from the charbroiled double cheeseburger, hot ham and cheese, spicy chicken sandwich, and our hand-breaded chicken tender wraps. The Original Bag. Any 2 plus fries and a drink, just $6.99 at Hardee's.
I'm C-Mark.
I'm John Mark.
John Mark and I just didn't put up billboards.
We've put down roots.
If you're hurt, call us at 265-HURT.
That's 265-4878. We are your local law firm.
Owning a home should be one of life's greatest pleasures, but without a solid foundation, it can become a major source of stress. Luckily, you're not alone. Our experts can identify the true cause of foundation issues and guide you through every step of the way to fixing them, from pinpointing the problem to perfecting the solution. We form custom solutions to meet the needs of your foundation and your wallet, including flexible payment options. With our team by your side, consider your home and your peace of mind secure.
You're watching the Leisure Time Bowling Postgame Show on MixTV.tv. Take your crew to Leisure Time Bowling on Keith Street this weekend.
All right, welcome back. MixTV.tv, the rivalry games here at Walker Valley High School as they host Bradley Central this Tuesday night. Just finished up the Bearets and Lady Mustangs. Bradley Central victorious for win number 40 in a row. And let's go quickly to the Chick-fil-A move of the game. There's your Chick-fil-A move of the game. Hallie Reimer with the steal and bucket, so she powers her way to a win for her team. Hallie Reimer, she did a great job tonight, 3 total points for her. And the Mayfield star of the game, and I'm going to do this on my own, Shelton, since you abandoned me. I get to pick, I never get to do this. I'm picking Addie Guerin and her 15 total points. She had 15 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds, 2 steals, stuffed the stat box tonight, Shelton, if I do say so myself. So the Mayfield star of the game, Addie Guerin. Congratulations to her and the rest of her Bradley Central Barrett team. We got about 6.5 to go before we tip for the boys game, and we want to welcome Shelton back into the booth as he's out mingling with the people, getting the inside scoop. Shelton, I know you were down there with the coaching staff. What'd you glean from your time with the coaches?
Ask them where the bathroom was. So it's been on
top-notch reporting there.
I will tell you that I was walking back in, and Principal Spangler said that our show, the highest rated part of the show was the third quarter.
No question. We could have told him that.
He hit me with that on the way in. So now this one should be fun, didn't he? I think this is going to be real fun.
I didn't even have to ask him what the highlight portion was. We knew his time on the broadcast is certainly the highest point. So yeah, it should be a fun game. Barrett's win 40 in a row. And Shelton, you want to give us the recap real quick on some stats for the Barretts?
Yeah, for the Barretts, of course, they were led by Kamora Fields, 36 points. Kylie Johnson had 2. Addie Guerin had 15, the Mayfield star of the game. Jada Francis had 11. Stroud had 5. Santa Long had 9. Haley Reimer with 3. Paisley Payne with 5. Broom had 3. Maggie Hendricks had 2. And Zoe Dunsford had 4 for the 95 points for the Barretts of Bradley Central. For Walker Valley, it was Goob was scoreless tonight. Played 12 minutes, didn't get a bucket. Coming off that great game against Cleveland. Sims had 7. McDonald game high 13 for the Lady Mustangs. Stenzel had 7. And Hernandez with 2 for Walker Valley's 29. So final score here from Walker Valley High School, the Barretts of Bradley Central 95, the Lady Mustangs 29.
All right, we're less than 5 minutes away from tip-off. We'll turn our attention to the boys' game. And we had this game a couple of weeks ago, and it was pretty ugly early. Both teams struggled to really find their rhythm, Shelton, and that's kind of where we were Friday night with this Walker Valley team as they struggled against Cleveland High School. What do you expect? We'll start with the Mustangs. What do you expect from them tonight?
I think Mustangs are going to start defensively. I truly believe that Walker Valley is going to try to shut Bradley down on the defensive side, and they're going to try to – the last game you saw them really wanting to try to run back and forth. And so I really think tonight that you're going to see that this is going to be a team that gets out there and really starts trying to get going offensively. But all that, I think they're going to try to do all of that keying off the defense.
So we heard, I guess, news release last week that Walker Valley, 2 players getting the nod for consideration in terms of Mr. Basketball. Shelton, highlight those 2 players.
Well, you got Turner Clayton, of course, senior. And then Zach Davis, both guys, 18 points a game, a few assists, 3 or 4 rebounds, a couple of steals. They're the 2 really go-to guys for this Mustangs team that ranked 5th in the state. They're both now candidates for Mr. Basketball, and they've had a phenomenal year. So you've got really 3 candidates tonight playing in one night. You had Kamora Fields in the girls' game. Now you have Turner Clayton and Zach Davis coming along as candidates for Mr. Miss Basketball, respectively.
And, of course, Ashton Davis was out. We're looking to see if I believe he is dressed tonight. He was supposed to be out for no more than a week. He was out Friday night for the Raiders game, and that was really a big impact for them as they just, again, a little bit sluggish, just a little bit slow starting, ended up with a 20-point win over Cleveland, but it didn't get that way until late. So Ashton Davis will be, we assume, back in the lineup tonight and be the spark plug for this Mustang team. Of course, they'll also be without Wyatt Keaton. He is out for an extended period of time with a wrist injury. So for Bradley Central, what we got to do for the Bears here? They're coming into hostile territory. Bradley Central looking for a signature win and a win that kind of propels them into postseason play as we wrap up the regular season. What do you look for Bradley?
Well, it's been my recipe all year. You have to take away Davis or Clayton. Just take them away. I mean, completely shut them down. Salisville can beat you. I think Coach can beat you. Davis can beat you, but Turner, Clayton can beat you, but you've got to take away one of those guys. Just take them completely out of their game. I think you saw when Clayton was out of his game a little bit, and Ashton Davis not being on the floor last game, I think you saw that Walker Valley offense starting to struggle a little bit, just trying to find an identity and really what they're wanting to do. So if I'm Bradley, I'm just completely taking one of these guys, either Davis or Clayton, just completely taking them out of their element offensively and allowing one of these other guys to say, hey, if you're going to beat us tonight, you're the one that's going to beat us.
A little bit of gamesmanship question here, Shelton. If it's late in the season, you're on the road, not really expected probably to be in this game, do you show anything different here in this game? Or maybe do you hold out, this is a chess move I could use in the postseason play?
Walker Valley's got Cleveland left in the district. Bradley's got Cleveland left in the district. If Bradley loses this game, they're 6-3. Cleveland will most likely be 6-3 when they play in district play. So, Walker Valley has nothing to lose here with 8-0. They're going to try to run through this thing. But for Bradley, listen, a big win here, it takes all the monkey off your back for Friday night. So I'm giving you everything I got right here, and give them a couple of new looks. What does it hurt?
Always interesting to see how these rivalry games play out, and we've seen it over the last 20 years as we've done this broadcast. It's always fun to see the little wrinkles that the coaches have for these games, and they do. They always come with something different. It's just always interesting to see if they do it in the regular season. We know the postseason play, when your back's against the wall, that's the time when we see some of this crazy defensive schemes, and hey, if we're going to shut down this player, we may throw some new geometrical figure at you, and we're going to put two guys on you. We're going to do something to bring guys out of the stands to guard you. So
you and I watched a sub-state game here many years ago with the Lady Mustang team that Coach David Tucker said, you know what, we're just going to sit here and hold this bad boy.
Yep.
And they end up winning the game. The high score was 24 points. They end up winning the game. Listen, there's nothing against that. If you don't think you can outscore someone, then just turn around and play keep away. But the thing about high school basketball is there is no shot clock. So you have the ability to hold it as long as you want to, as long as you don't get that 5-second count.
All right, so we're here looking for the starting lineups here. You're seeing those tonight. We'll start with Bradley Central, and give me some players of the game here. If you're looking for Bradley, who can we expect to be significant for the Bears tonight?
Well, I think Golson can play well, but Andrew Walker, he's kind of the foundation of this team. Carson Cannon can get going. They need him to go get going offensively, just to be honest with you. But my guy's Jeremiah Brownlow. I think Brownlow is one of those guys that if he gets going downhill, he is hard to handle. Can he keep that up for 4 quarters? We saw it for a couple of quarters against Cleveland at Bradley. Then he kind of faded away there. For Walker Valley, we know. It's Zach Davis, it's Turner Clayton, it's Ashton Davis, it's Isaac Salisville, it's Michael Wood, who just signed with Lindsey Nelson University to play football, continue his football career, and it's Kel Coates. So it's the same old guys we've been calling, it seems like, forever on the Walker Valley side, but Bradley needs somebody to step up offensively and say, give me the basketball and I'll take it from here. If they can find that guy tonight, they got a chance.
You saw the starters for both Bradley and Walker Valley, the usual suspects, and into the game for the Mustangs, Ashton Davis. So he's off of the injured list and into the lineup tonight. We'll see what kind of spark he provides and how that offense shapes out. Of course, from what we saw Friday night, we got to do better than that on that jump ball.
That's tough.
That's a tough one to start with. Salisville will jump it up,
bad.
and it'll be controlled from the Mustangs.
He should have kicked it.
It's a rough start to the game, but Mustangs will begin with the basketball. Ashton Davis controls it inside to Zach from Salisville, and just like that, attacking the basket, Zach Davis 2 points.
Yeah, that's going to be a long night for Bradley if they let him catch the ball right there in the paint that close, because he's going to spin you to death.
So Bradley Central, and they're going to look to get on this board offensively, has been where the struggles have been. They'll bounce right back, and it's Andrew Walker diving into the basket. His first 2 of the game. He had the first 4 of the game for Bradley at Bradley. He starts it off here with 2 for the Bears. Walker Valley back the other way, and Kel Coates into the game. He had a phenomenal game Friday night. Salisville's jump shot, no good, rims off. And there's Kel Coates again. Again, smallest guy on the court. He's always running the offensive glass.
This guy, I mean, he learned, I guess his brother wasn't throwing the ball when they were little. He learned how to get the ball back.
His brother wouldn't, nor would his dad. I'd say his grandparents wouldn't.
Or his uncle.
Nobody's giving him, or his uncle. That's right. Turnover there, the Bears. Mustangs quickly back the other way. Turner Clayton, no looks to Salisville. Salisville's going to kick it out to Coates. They're looking to ramp this pace up. Coates will go inside, and a foul.
I like Walker Valley's, coming out strong early. They're trying to get to the rim. We talked about offense getting started. Either get to the rim or get the free throw line. And tonight, Walker Valley's decided to get it to the rim early.
We talked about that on Friday night. They settled for those threes, and they struggled getting the ball to go through the hole last Friday night. Here tonight, a different purpose, so to speak, as they're getting to the rack. It's going to be Coates' free throw good. So Kel Coates is going to get 2 free throws. We spotlighted Kel Coates last Friday night, his favorite player of all time. We're going to have trivia.
Come on.
Trivia. Who was Kel Coates' favorite all-time player? We'll get back on that momentarily. A little bit of pressure there from Ashton Davis as he looks to harass the ball handler up the court. Bradley again will look to do something offensively. It has been a struggle for this team in the early going. They go through droughts where they just cannot score. Andrew Walker has been a good player for them, but finding that continuity has been something that's difficult. They can't fall behind big here early.
No, and it does look like Bradley's willing to work a little clock here, keep the low score outside big time. And then they get a nice wide. That's a good drive. Good, just couldn't finish. They got to finish those if they're going to stay in this game.
Good shot, good, had a great look, and you're right, Sheldon, got to finish those. Not able to do so, but a nice rebound on the back of Javon James as he gets an offensive rebound, throws it off a Mustang defender, and so Bradley will retain possession. Nice three-point, another good look there from Bradley, not to be. They shot in the 30s in terms of percent-wise.
Oh, nice pass.
That game, great pass from Davis to Salisville. They were in the 30 percentile for shooting last game. That's not going to cut it tonight as Walker Valley looks intent on attacking the glass.
They are really attacking that rim right now, and I like the way they've come out with the intensity on the offensive end, and they're really getting to that lane and trying to finish.
Walker Valley ranked in the top 5 of the state pretty much consistently. Nice move from James as he powers in. Another bucket from Bradley Central. They've been ranked in the top 5 throughout. Had a great start to the season, and they've played really well. One of the top teams in the state. They're going to look to make some noise, not just in the district and region tournament, but sectionals, and go back to the Glass House. They had an early exit last year, ran into a tough Oak Ridge team, Shelton.
Yeah, without doubt. And a lot of the times we talk about anything can happen when you get to the Glass House, and the reason that is because you don't know who you're going to be matched up with. It's all about matchups and pairings, and you can have the best 2 teams as we did last year, Coffee County and Bradley playing the first game, which is horrendous. But that's the drawing they have. They're trying to fix that, and we should have asked Patrick Spangler that
100%.
why he was on the call.
And I believe great look there, brother to brother. Oof. The Davis is up and good. Another layup, points in the paint, 8-0, his 4th. 8-0 points in the paints for the Mustangs. And I'll say this, Patrick has shared, Mr. Spangler, that's something the TAA is looking at doing, not having those random draw matchups. They want to use a formula. Nice 3 from Bradley Central, big 3 for Brownlow, Jeremiah Brownlow. Nice 3, 8-7 Mustangs. So some offensive fireworks from the Bears. Another inside bucket, no good. Ashton Davis not to be. Bradley will race the other way. Runner up and no good. Turner Clayton with a rebound. So Bradley's seemingly finding the formula too as they're trying to get in the lane.
Yeah, nice job for Turner Clayton with that.
Salisville another bucket. Another point in the paint, his 4th. Walker Valley 10 points, all of them in the paint.
Halfway through the first quarter, Walker Valley's yet to take a 3.
Unbelievable. That's something that probably, not on the bingo card. Ripped there from Ashton Davis. His steal and layup, good. And you can see what Ashton Davis brings to the table, what was missing Friday night.
He's the floor general. There's no doubt about it.
Bradley quickly inside out. Walker, his three, going to be short, no good. Zach Davis with the board. Quickly back the other way. A pass will go off a Bradley defender, and we'll stay with Walker Valley. 12-7 to go, or 12-7 your score, 3:29 to go. First quarter of action here on MixTV.tv. Make sure you join us Friday night as we head to Raider Arena for Bradley and Cleveland. Should be a great game. If you can't join us at Raider Arena, make sure you're with us here on MixTV.tv. Another inside shot from Salisville.
Kind of fading away there. Not the shot they're looking for.
Not the shot they're looking for, but again, another shot inside the paint, Shelton. Clearly the message from this coaching staff has gotten through.
Absolutely.
Bradley back the other way. They trail by 5. Andrew Walker will corral it at the top of the key. Bradley looking, again, probably not wanting to settle for their three. They would enjoy getting to the lane as much as Walker Valley has. Walker Valley just makes it so difficult for them. Walker long three, no good. Tough three there from Bradley Central. You can tell they're really trying to get into the lane, but the defense of Walker Valley just not really letting up. Mustang, it's Davis inside out. Turner could not hold on to it.
Yeah, got tipped on the way up. Kind of like a wide receiver there. His dad's going to say catch the ball, but that's tough when you watch it from a little bit of an angle there. Denny gets tipped a little bit and it takes off the other way.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Turner Clayton, no shots yet.
No shot yet.
No shot yet for Turner Clayton. 2.5 to go here in the first quarter. Walker Valley on top 12-7. The pace of this game has been substantially different than the pace of play at Bradley Central. You can tell there's a little different energy for the Mustangs here tonight. Long three, no good. Third three in a row from Bradley, as they're the team that seems to be settling here, Shelton.
Probably could have got a foul call there. Push. You see Clayton kind of fly a little bit when he jumped. A little push from behind. They decided not to call the foul and go with the Mustang basketball. You'll see here Turner inside and gets a little push on the way up. See him fall that way, and you can see the push from behind.
Little nudge there, but it will stay with the gentleman in white.
I like the call, though. I like the call of no call. Just
let him play a little bit.
Let him play.
I like that. Now, I wouldn't have liked that if I'd been playing, but certainly like it up here in the commentator booth. Bradley gets the turnover back the other way. They trail by 5. Little double team there from Davis and Clayton. It'll be Davis to Davis. Layup, good, and the foul. And Stephen will drive this point home all night long. Zach Davis, Turner Clayton, great players. Ashton Davis has been a spark plug for this team. Oh,
absolutely. He did a great job there. On this, you'll see the replay that Turner was able to knock the pass down. They fed it. And almost like the old weave we used to run, all the way down the floor there. And a nice finish, though, by Davis. Strong with the right hand and for the and one opportunity.
Into the game for Walker Valley, 44 Roman Yulo and 14 Caleb Ayers. So an early entry for Caleb Ayers, the junior. So he'll get to see some minutes early in this game. 15-7 your score.
7 for Zach Davis.
Nice inside pass. They're going to get Turner Clayton on the foul. Good pass from high to low, and it's going to be to the line will be Javon James for Bradley Central. So good-looking ball movement from Bradley Central. You can tell when they're patient, that's when they're at their best, Shelton.
Yeah, I mean, they're running some clock. They're patient. I mean, you're down 8. 8's nothing. I mean, you're down 8, but they are burning this clock up and keeping Walker Valley, within reason with 15 points here with 1:29 to go before the first half.
Well, thank you for joining us here on the Rivalry Games, MixTV.tv. If you're not here at Walker Valley, it's been a great season for us. Heartline and Shelton brought most of the action to you. If you're not able to join us on Mix TV, Terry Evans, Greg Phillips has brought the action on the radio, and Dalton King has stepped in tonight as Greg Phillips is out of town. Caleb Ayers, nice pass, another interior shot and goal there from Walker Valley. Unbelievable. Again, the message is getting through. Walker Valley intent on playing inside the lane tonight. Great inside out pass from Walker. Outside not to be. Long three, no good. Back the other way is Davis. He'll hesitate. Kick it out. This will be the first three, I believe, for the Mustangs, and it's good. Inside out, Ashton Davis to Kel Coates, his 5th, and it pushes the lead, 20-8, 12-point lead for Walker Valley. If you're Bradley, you can't let this last minute turn into a nightmare.
Yeah, you don't want this to get any bigger. It's already at 12. Last thing you want to do is push this thing to 15.
Back the other way, Turner Clayton, nice pass. Ayers up and good. Bradley looking for a charge, doesn't get it. Ayers' 4th point off the bench. And the lead has grown to 22-8. Less than 15 seconds to go here in the first quarter. The Mustangs offense has come to play tonight against Bradley Central. Less than 10 to go. Bradley looking. They want the final shot. No, it'll be Ashton Davis. His steal and layup. Good. That's going to be the horn, I believe. And it is. That'll be it. 24-8 at the end of one on MixTV.tv. Walker Valley, a big lead on a tremendous end of the quarter as we see Ashton Davis with the pick and the layup on MixTV.tv. We'll be back just after this break.
You get a yearly checkup. Shouldn't your air? With your local Lennox dealer, regular care equals perfect air. With technology you can touch, comfortable air you can feel, and savings you can see. Not just perfect air, perfect for you air.
Call Dale's Heating and Air to upgrade your air today.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
You're watching MixTV.tv. The Rivalry Games. Second period coverage is presented by USS. Since 1994, we've helped more than 30,000 customers solve their foundation repair and waterproofing problems. Learn more online at USSTN.com.
Nor sound. MixTV.tv back here at Walker Valley High School. The host Mustangs have raced out to a significant lead here at their home court against rival Bradley Central, 24-8, and it was a frantic ending to that first quarter, Shelton.
It was that, and Walker Valley really turned it on. We know it was an 8-point advantage with 3 minutes to go, and then they pushed that thing to 16 really fast.
So Bradley Central will need a good start here to stay in this game, and that's what they need. Nice layup there on the drive from Devin Armstrong. His layup is good. So that'll end the run for Walker Valley, still a 14-point lead. So Salisville, Ashton Davis, and now a steal. Ashton Davis with a steal, but right back the other way. So back-to-back turnovers. Things getting a little sloppy here as the Mustangs work offensively against this Bradley zone. A long three from Salisville, no good. Roman Yulo battling underneath. And I'm going to tell you what, that's a tough battle as Roman Yulo and Riley Cassida got into it.
I've just got confirmation that Mike Turner does wear an Apple Watch.
Yeah, that's I don't know
what is this
even
world?
What for. Just,
what's this world coming to?
Look, man, get the Timex, the Walmart digital Timex. That's all you need, Coach. Come on.
What is this world coming to?
I mean, even the Casio with a calculator on it, whatever. Come on. Unbelievable. I told you he went a year without answering my calls. He had no idea. He had me on Do Not Disturb. I said, Coach, I'm trying to get kids out of your class and what I need, I'm doing my job. I didn't know. Unbelievable. All right, back to the game. Coach Turner, him and Turner Jackson, incredible athletic directors for both these programs. And you always know whether you're at Walker Valley, at Bradley Central, you're going to get first-class treatment. And they do a great job of setting these games up and doing everything they can to make this really a great experience.
Two of the best.
Two of the best for sure. Bradley Central trailing 14 here, second quarter. MixTV.tv. If you're Bradley, how do you slow this thing down?
Well, you slow it down offensively. You just got to slow it down, slow your offense down. You chip away. Just a chip. I mean, you're down 14. You're still in the second quarter. This is just one of those deals that, play better defense, get some hands up, and then, rebound as well. But on the offensive end, just, slow it down and take good open shots.
Ayers three, no good. So 2 threes there for the Mustangs. Neither good. and back the other way race the Bears. They're going to look for a three of their own. That shot up no good.
See, it's just too fast.
And Roman Yulo, tell you what, Roman Yulo, he's a tough, contentious individual down there on the glass. I mean, it's a problem if you're going up for a rebound against Roman Yulo. Strong-looking kid. Into the game for the Mustangs, both Davis brothers, Salisville, Roman Yulo, and Turner Clayton.
Just can't buy one.
Clayton on command gets a rebound. We'll get a Bradley roster quickly. There's a push into the game for Bradley Central. 15, Tucker White is in there along with Ray Davis, Andrew Walker, 13, Jeremiah Brunlow, and Devin Armstrong in the game. So some new faces for Bradley Central.
Riley Cassida is also checked in.
Riley Cassida in there. There's Isaac Salisville. Nice look underneath. And again, points in the paint, big time. His 6th point. Points in the paint from Walker Valley, phenomenal. It'll be interesting to see that stat sheet at halftime. Bradley trailing 16 now. They've tried to play that slow down style, but when you trail, when things get out of hand, you feel like you've got to rush, take those quick threes. You're not going to make it up in one shot, Stephen.
No, you just got to, again, chip away. The clock is not your friend, but it is your friend in some sorts. You can't turn it over. That's number 4, I think, on our list. And you got to play better defense.
Salisville off the Turner Clayton steal. And that's one of the things that Turner Clayton does so well is he's just around the ball a lot. His steal makes a way for an Isaac Salisville 3, and we'll see the replay here. Salisville sets the feet, fires, and bang. So a 19-point lead for the Mustangs. We'll take a break with them. Be right back on MixTV.tv.
This is John Davis, the trade-in man for Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway, and we will overpay for your old car today. High mileage, cosmetic issues, that's okay. Rusted, busted, can't be trusted, all trade-ins are welcome. Just bring us your old car as is. Don't even wash it. You'll be shocked of how much I'm willing to pay for your old car in any condition. Come see me, John Davis, the trade-in man for Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee, where selling your car is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
And thanks for being back with us on MixTV.tv, the rivalry games. Into the game for the Mustangs. Of course, as you mentioned, Michael Wood. And Shelton, breaking news on Michael Wood.
Yeah, committed today to the University of Lindsey Nelson University,
Big 3 there. That's Riley Cassida. Nice 3. And again, that's chipping away, as you said. So much needed buckets in any form for the Bears, and Cassida provides a big 3 there.
They can't afford to trade buckets at this point, down 16, but the trading 3s for 2s will get you back as well.
Salisville trying to get one to go, could not. So Bradley back the other way. Another possession opportunity to cut into this lead. Michael Wood will pick up, and again, Walker Valley's played, different styles of defense. They'll come out in the 1-3-1. They'll play that 2-3 extended zone, a little bit of man. And Shelton, they've got the ability to mix up looks. What do you like about this Walker Valley defense? We talk about their offense a lot. What do you like about them on the defense?
Well, they switch really well. A lot of these guys are about, Salisville is about the same size as Michael Wood, and Michael Wood same size as Turner Clayton. Their ability to switch and not lose anything athletically or in height, and along with the Davis brothers up front, they just have so many interchangeable parts on the defensive end, which was a terrible switch there after I just bragged on them.
That's happened to us a couple of times tonight. So nonetheless, the Mustangs will come out of there with it. A pass ahead. Michael Wood. It's going to be Davis to Wood, and Wood looked like he wanted to throw it down.
Wood wanted to throw it down, but what a pass, threading the needle.
Great pass, no look, found Wood. Wood up for 2. Now again, 1-3-1 as Walker Valley has switched up this defense. They do such a great job matching up, and Walker Valley able to provide a little bit of problems. That ball's going to go out of bounds. They'll provide problems for you, especially just in the variety of defense they play, Shelton. And I think it's something that this coaching staff wants to do more of, especially as those tendencies are revealed and you get into postseason play. You don't want to really be the team that they expect you to be.
No, absolutely. right on the money here. Walker Valley, though, continues, Denny, to just pound the paint. Turner looks like he's going to launch one here, but they're really trying to drive it inside.
Turner Clayton, I believe that's his first three for sure. It could be his first shot of the night, and it is. The first shot's a good one. So Turner Clayton, nice three for him, and perhaps that's going to get him going. But he's played well defensively and on the glass. So Turner doing it in other ways for this Mustang team. They're up 34-13, a different-looking squad than what we saw Friday night. Bucket up and good, and I believe that's going to be James. James, I think, has 5 for him for Bradley Central. They trail 34-15. The lead has been 21 down to 19. So Davis being harassed. He'll look to drive, and no. Foul will put him on the line, and Davis so quick. We talked about his absence and what it meant to Walker Valley. You can tell what he brings to this team and how different they looked tonight as opposed to Friday night.
No, I mean, he's the floor general. We really have seen the difference between the two nights, and I think that when you look at this team with him on the floor, it's a completely different team on both ends of the floor with Ashton out there.
We get into this time of the season, and it's February, and we're late in the district, and how significant is it to be healthy, to be rested, and to have that full roster?
To be healthy is the biggest thing. We talked about taking care of your body last time we were here, and this is the time you've got to really concentrate on taking care of that body. Get enough sleep. Do your icing, do your heat therapy, do a lot of stretching. I mean, this is just a key time for that. Hey, quickly, an ESPN Cleveland 101.3 scoring update. University of Tennessee men lead Ole Miss 26-25 with 1:25 left before the half.
So that's Salisville for three. Give me that again. Give me that score again.
26-25 with 1:25 left before the half.
Come on, Vols. They drive me absolutely crazy. All right, 39-15 your score. Salisville, big three there. It's not been the Turner Clayton show tonight. It's been a little bit of everybody as this defense from Walker Valley has led to a lot of points. And there's right on cue another steal at the hands of Ashton Davis. He'll go to Wood. He'll be called for a travel.
Wood with the interception. They were trying to go to Turner Clayton, and Wood said, "Oh, sorry, I didn't see you behind me."
Snatched that one. That's what he does.
We talked about before the game. I really thought they would try to offensively. I thought they would try to get to the rim, not as much as they are. Never expected that, but I really thought they would turn up the defensive intensity from what we saw against Cleveland, and that's definitely happened. Coach Will Campbell has done a great job preparing his guys for tonight.
Yeah, and you spent some time talking to him after last game, and just kind of his displeasure. I don't want to say displeasure, but he was frustrated with I think what he saw from his team, knowing what they're capable of. And so clearly the identity tonight was we're going to score in the paint. They've responded to that.
Oh my gosh! Did you see that?
I saw that. I saw that. That was Ashton Davis throws it down. It was Zach Davis throws it down.
Turner Clayton, I mean, he just LeBron James Bradley against the board, and it turns into some hoop and some harm at the other end. Nice dunk.
Here we go. Outstanding play from Ashton to Zach. Started with a Turner Clayton block. That one's probably going to be in contention for.
That's a combo.
The move.
That's
play
a combo.
Of the game. The move of the game.
That's a combo move of the game.
I'd say that's going to get some early votes here. Walker Valley 41-15 on top. Less than a minute to go here in the second quarter. Let's take a quick break. Be right back on MixTV.tv.
Logan Thompson. Dude, does your ball talk?
Yeah, ever since the car accident.
Logan Thompson.
Thinks I should call Logan Thompson to get a better settlement. He won't shut up about it.
And you blew it.
I know.
We could have had it all. Logan Thompson.
Call Logan Thompson. We get results.
You're watching MixTV.tv, the rivalry games driven by Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland. Visit cleveland-nissan.com. Nissan, innovation that excites.
All right, back here on MixTV.tv, we got less than a minute to go here in the second quarter. Walker Valley with the ball and the lead as they command this game, 41-15. Some incredible play from the Mustangs. Turner Clayton, Ashton Davis, and Zach Davis. Incredible play. I'm not sure what shell. There we go. Incredible play here as we wind down the second quarter and the first half. Walker Valley looking content to hold for the last shot if they can get it. Mustangs have been pounding the lane so far. Davis, his jump shot off. We're going to get a foul on Bradley, I believe. It's going to send Turner Clayton to the line. No, they're going to call Turner Clayton. I missed that one. Turner Clayton will get the foul. Give the ball back to Bradley Central with 15 seconds to go. 41-15 your score. Bradley looking to cut into this lead and end the half on a positive note. The Mustangs harassing. It'll be a steal and showtime again. Showtime again. That's a pretty solid way to end the first half. Zach Davis, the steal and the dunk. Now there's two plays that could be the move play of the game.
You know, there's ways to end halftime and there's ways to end halftime. And with that, we'll be back.
No more varicose or spider veins.
No more tired, achy, restless legs.
No more swollen ankles.
It's time to get back
to a better you with the help from Milligan Vein Clinic.
Our board-certified physicians have treated thousands of patients using the latest technologies to restore healthy, great-looking legs.
There's little or no downtime.
It was covered by my insurance.
My legs have never felt better.
Milligan Vein Clinic, improving the quality of your life.
Did you figure out what you're going to do for college yet?
No, I don't think so. I'd like to go to Wesleyan like you, but I don't think my parents can afford it.
I bet they can. I qualified for a program and I'm going to TW tuition free.
Really? How is that?
The TWU Pledge. It's a program they offer to local high school students that basically helps with their tuition. You should check it out.
Will do. Can you send me that link?
Yeah.
Don't let anything stand in the way when excellence is within reach. Tennessee Wesleyan University is the best value in higher education for East Tennesseans. Tennessee Wesleyan, where dreams meet affordability.
I'm Clark Campbell. I've lived here in Cleveland, Tennessee for 24 years, and I'm so proud that I get to shop for my business to get my truck right here in my town. I left my gas truck a couple years ago when I realized that this mid-sized truck with a diesel engine could pull my trailer with so much more efficiency, and they helped me find it. There are a lot of options when it comes to dealerships. This is going to be the first place I go to every single time.
Duracell in Cleveland is now hiring mechanical skilled technicians from $22.17 to $27 per hour. Excellent benefits beginning day one: medical, dental, and vision insurance, paid vacation, holiday pay, 401k tuition reimbursement, and more. Apply at Duracell.com.
Sun is shining, it's a beautiful day. Wake up, sleepyhead, get up and play. Everything's yellow, it's a beautiful sight. Sunbeam showers makes everything right. Come on now, let's get away.
Make every day brighter with the sunny southern goodness of Mayfield Dairy.
You need money overnight? Check into cash. Your time is tight. .com. Bank account's too low? Check into cash. So where do you go? .com. Do it online in a record time. It's the easy way to get money next day. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. You can be sure it's secure from our bank straight to yours. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. Boom, boom, ba-dum, boom.
I love the Cleveland community because I think it's a very warm place to live. It's just a very friendly community, and you don't necessarily have to be born here to fit in. There's a lot of folks that move here and they fall in love with it. I feel like we make our customers feel valued by the way we treat them. We're very welcoming here. We get to know them. We learn their names. We learn their goals, and we try to meet all their financial needs, not just do one transaction with them.
You get a yearly checkup. Shouldn't your air? With your local Lennox dealer, regular care equals perfect air. With technology you can touch, comfortable air you can feel, and savings you can see. Not just perfect air, perfect for you air.
Call Dale's Heating and Air to upgrade your air today.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
No more varicose or spider veins.
No more tired, achy, restless legs.
No more swollen ankles.
It's time to get back
To a better you with the help from Milligan Vein Clinic.
Our board-certified physicians have treated thousands of patients using the latest technologies to restore healthy, great-looking legs.
There's little or no downtime.
It was covered by my insurance.
My legs have never felt better.
Milligan Vein Clinic, improving the quality of your life.
You're watching the Rivalry games on MixTV.tv, driven by Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland. It's time now for tonight's halftime show, sponsored by District Attorney Stephen Hatchett.
All right, back on MixTV.tv. We're here at Walker Valley High School, the halftime of our second game. Mustangs in control here, 43-15, and we are thrilled to be joined by the Barrett head coach, Jason Reuter. Coach Reuter, great win tonight, and 40 in a row. I know you're not aware of that, but 40 in a row for your girls as they look to continue this solid play. Your thoughts and assessment from tonight's game and this season in general?
Yeah, I thought we came out being the heavily favored. You got to be careful. I don't think there's any danger. I told the girls, I could stay at home and do a Zoom call. You're talented enough to win this game. But I said, how are we going to play? Are we going to come out here and go through the motions? Are we going to be lackadaisical? So we got that out of the way early. I'm very proud of my girls' effort. Walker Valley is a little down right now, obviously. We got better talent. I've got the best player in the state. We're supposed to win this game. Kamora Fields had another stellar night. She's averaging 34. She had 36 tonight. If anybody wasn't here and you didn't get a chance to watch, this game's 32 minutes. Kamora played 18 minutes and 35 seconds. So, you know, I'm just blessed to have a lot of good girls. We work really hard. You know, the work was done before we got here. Here's another thing. This tells me if my team's on point or not. I don't always look at the score. Like I just told you, don't think I'm being brassy. I'm just saying that we should win this game no matter what I did. But 6 turnovers. That's an indicator. You're taking care of the ball. Our assists were a little down tonight, but we had so many breakaway layups, I'm not going to be too critical. So played 15 girls. You know, I just thought our kids played. They played to their ability, and there's a word called class. You know, this thing runs in cycles. I can remember being up here as a boys assistant, and I saw Walker Valley beat the Barretts, you know, back years ago. So right now we're on top, and I'm proud of my girls. And once again, when you got a girl like Kamora Fields, it's hard to go wrong.
Coach, let's move on to Friday night. It's a big one over Raider Arena. Your Barretts will travel across town to play for first place in the district. Winner. If you win, you're number one. If you lose, you're tied for first place in the regular season. The Lady Raiders, the last time you played them at your place, it kind of got close there at the end, but the score wasn't really indicative of the game. What do you expect from Cleveland as you prepare for them this Friday night?
Well, I expect them to throw the whole shooting match at us. We're ahead one game, like you said. If we lose, it'll be a tie for first, and probably will come down to a coin toss. Isn't that crazy? Play all year and you do a coin toss. We got to have something better than that, don't we?
Oh, absolutely.
And we put a man on the moon. We're doing a coin toss.
Absolutely.
Come on. Yeah. But we got a lot riding there. Somebody's talking about wins, 40 wins in a row. We've got, 150-some district wins in a row. The last time we lost a district game was 2014 in the Cleveland Middle School. And Ryan Howard was a freshman. And it's funny how you remember the losses more than the wins. But let's get back to the game. What it matters, it's big. It gets you first place. Now, probably what's going to happen, whether we come in first or second, on paper, it's going to be us in Cleveland again in the district finals. Yeah, more than likely.
Sure.
So I guess I'm spoiled. What do you call a guy spoiled? And he knows it. We've never not won the district. So we won 15 in a row. We're looking for 16. This team has big expectations. That I've asked them weekly, what do y'all want to do? Y'all satisfied? You went to Helton, got a plaque. little plaque over in Hilton, South Carolina at Christmas. You're in first place. Are you going to be satisfied? Or are you going to be hungry? My job is keeping these girls hungry. And we got a lot of experience in a way with the Kimora Fields and Addie Guerin, but we got a lot of puppies too. So
I'll tell you what, Coach, it's we're blessed as a community to be able to watch these teams, and teams like this, and you're going for number 4 in a row. You just don't get to experience that. A lot of communities don't have the opportunity to experience that over a lifetime, and so it's a joy for us to come out. And I know you've said it goes in cycles, but it's been a tremendous cycle for Bradley Central, for Barrett basketball, and it's something that I think we've all really enjoyed watching and being a part of. So congratulations to you,
I'm
your
very
kids,
humble.
and
Yeah.
well, we're super excited to, we don't want to put the cart before the horse, but see you over in Murfreesboro going for number 4, and we'd love to see Kimora. We think she's the best player in the state of Tennessee and one of the best in the country. So we'd love to see her kind of finish this thing out strong with a state championship and another Miss Basketball.
Nobody's going to be more behind you on that than me. I can tell you that. But I've had a lot of players. I don't know. I've had a guy asked me yesterday in an interview. Said, "What?" In one sentence at the end of his 18-minute interview, he said, "What makes her different than everybody else?" I'm like, "Whoa, I got to be careful here." She's the most efficient offensive player I've ever coached. Most efficient offensive player I've ever coached.
She's special, Coach, absolutely. Well, Coach Reuter, thank you for joining us here at halftime as we get back to the action here. Walker Valley on top of Bradley Central, 43-15 your scores. We get ready to start the third quarter, and we want to remind everybody, if you don't have an opportunity to join in at Raider Arena, we'll be bringing you the action on mixtv.tv. Want to encourage you, though, it's Friday night. Get out to Cleveland High School, support your local sports team, and hopefully it's going to be a great one. Coach Reuter, good luck to you on Friday night as you go for another district championship and another district win. So
thank you, guys. I appreciate it. It's always fun when you play Cleveland. It'll be a packed house, and it brings the community together. And you see some people at that game that you don't, well, tonight too, but I think being school out tonight, it may have hurt the crowd a little bit, but these rough, icy conditions out there. But Friday night, I think will be a showdown.
Javon James will get the and one, and three-point play for the Bears. A great start for them as they try to climb back into this. And Shelton, what do you got to do if you're the black and gold to get back in this ball game?
Well, you're going to slow the game down on the offense of Walker Valley, but defensively they've got to do something. They've got to do something to really get going here. It's just a lack of offense. Walker Valley's going to score their points, and you've got to do your best to slow them down.
And Shelton, if you've got the stat sheet in front of you, if you want to give us a quick rundown of the first half stats for Bradley and Walker Valley.
Yeah, Golston has yet to score. He played some. Andrew Walker with 2, Brownlow with 3, James with 5, Davis with 2, and Cassidy with 3.
Going to be a foul called there as Andrew Walker went strong to the hoop, and a foul will be called on Zach Davis as he got up and tried to do another Turner Clayton type where he pins it against the glass. So Clayton did it. Zach Davis tried to do it. Zach Davis called for the foul. Andrew Walker to the line with 2. Back to you, Shelton.
For Walker Valley, Salisbury has 12. Ashton Davis has 4. Turner Clayton has 3. Zach Davis with 13, Kel Coates with 5, Ayers with 4, and Michael Wood with 2.
What has impressed you most about the first half from Walker Valley?
I think the way they're attacking defensively, and the second part of that on the offensive end, getting to the rim. I mean, they are really attacking that rim, and I'm really impressed with that game plan because that's not what we saw the last time we were in this gym when they played Cleveland.
It's been a different defensive team for Walker Valley, and you can tell Ashton Davis being on the court has sparked them offensively, obviously, but also brought a level of intensity on the defensive end as well. He's not up for Mr. Basketball, but for tonight, he is such a key cog in this team on both ends of the floor.
No, you can tell that he's the leader. I mean, you've got kids that may be scoring more and on the stat line maybe shining a little bit more, but I'll tell you, he is the one that everyone's looking to, especially on the offensive end, and a lot of them feed off him. He's done a great job up top of denying the basketball a lot of times on those inlet passes that Bradley's trying to work inside.
Little pressure here from Bradley Central as they try to find any way possible to stymie this offensive production from the Mustangs, and that's not going to work. Isaac Salzwell, another big three. He's got 15. 15? He's got 15. An incredible... I just want to make sure I was reading those hand signs right. That's a quiet 15 from Isaac Salzwell. He's played well tonight. Just wasn't sure if it's 15. So it's going to be Davis, back to Davis on a steal. And I'll tell you what, Walker Valley continuing the pressure that they've put on Bradley Central. 6 for Davis. Bradley Central, just no answers for this defensively. This 2-3 matchup zone that they extend so well, and it's not like the church league zone that you and I used to play. We're just going to sit back and let the threes unfold. They put a lot of pressure on you, Shelton. Nice block there from Zach Davis. Ashton will come out of there with it, and they'll be quickly up and down the court. And it's going to be Davis wrap around to Coates, who likes to find himself under the basket. I don't know what Eddie's teaching him over there, but I'll tell you what, he's always underneath the hoop. Cale Coates up and good. Elicits a timeout from Bradley Central. We're going to take it with him on mixtv.tv.
20 years later, we've grown in many ways, but never out of that same customer-first heart to serve. Doing the right thing simply because it's right will earn your business the right way every day, every year. Offering permanent steel roofing and siding at competitive prices. Keeping promises, staying on time for both deliveries and pickups. Making things right when we come up short. Partners like you are the reason Best Buy Metals exists.
Thank you for the opportunity to serve you.
Come see us!
You're watching MixTV.tv, the rivalry games driven by Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland, home of the lifetime warranty. I-75 exit 20 and cleveland-nissan.com.
All right, back on MixTV.tv live at Walker Valley High School. Bradley Central, an uphill climb against Walker Valley here in the second half. As they look to get back into this game in any way. And I'll tell you what, Walker Valley has continued to play well on both ends of the court. A nice layup there from Bradley Central. Gets them to 20, 52-20 your score. Zach Davis looking to get the ball across the court quickly. It's going to be Cale Coates. And Shelton, we're probably going to get into that nice pass inside. Not to be the
he was trying to go back out to Turner, which wasn't a bad idea.
Clayton tips it out. We're going to have another run out. It's going to be Zach Davis. Thought about going to Kel Ayers. Looked like he wanted to dunk it. I didn't know if he thought Ayers was going to be there for the lob. 15 there for Zach Davis. Probably going to talk about your scheduled trip, if that's permissible.
Oh, absolutely.
We're talk about your scheduled trip, because that's pretty exciting, just to be honest with you. Headed down to watch NASA.
Yeah.
Head back to the moon.
Yeah, I mean, they were supposed to do it. I've already tickets are booked, ready to roll. I love it down there. If you've never got the chance to go to the Kennedy Space Center, it is a fabulous place to visit. Very kid-friendly as well, but just the information and the kind of their Hall of Fame and stuff is just incredible. But they were going to go back to the moon. We were going to orbit the moon, not actually land on it. But this was phase 1 of going back to the moon, and they did the liquid test.
Artemis 2, right?
Yep, Artemis 2. Yep. They're going to do what's called the wet test, and it failed. Had a few leaks that they needed, and so it's back to the drawing board till March the 6th. So they'll reset everything and redo their calculations and all that good stuff. So hopefully I'll be back in March 6th to watch that bad boy take off.
Really fascinating. That's an awesome thing. I mean,
a local Walker Valley product, Logan Pierce down there working for Tesla. Or SpaceX.
Yes, SpaceX, yeah, that's right. That's right. Logan Pearson putting in the work for Elon, for sure. End of the game, Harrison Yost, his shot no good. So got some, get a little sloppy here in the third quarter. And you may expect that in a 34-point game. Turner Clayton with a block.
That wasn't a block, that was a spike.
Yeah, that was pretty emphatic. Turner Clayton, his second block of the night.
Show it one more time.
Both of them pretty impressive. A couple of highlights.
I want to see how high his head is on this rim.
Whew, that's pretty strong.
Yep.
Pretty strong. Turner Clayton again, a couple of bids for the play of the game, if you will. But Shelton, 54-20 here. This is the Walker Valley team I think we've expected to see at least Friday night. This is the team, and how does this team stack up in the state of Tennessee?
Good question. I mean, you've got teams across the state that, athletically, I think Walker Valley can play with about anybody. What makes Walker Valley special is they're really a four-guard set. They have Turner Clayton plays the kind of a forward position, but he's more of a guard. And so you got a four-guard set. Turner Clayton wasn't 6'4" until about a year ago, and so you got a 6'4" or a four-guard set, kind of like the old Phoenix Suns. The only problem with four-guard sets are they have a tendency to run into big men.
Turnover there for the Mustangs leads to an easy run-out basket. 54-24 your score. Mustangs still in command here. Turner Clayton looks to take it all the way. He'll miss his layup. And there's, what do you know, Kel Coates with an offensive rebound. Bradley will have it back the other way. So getting a little sloppy here.
Yeah.
And, you want to make sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing. Timeout going to be Bradley Central. We'll take it with them. MixTV.tv back momentarily.
Duracell in Cleveland is now hiring mechanical skilled technicians from $22.17 to $27 per hour. Excellent benefits beginning day one. Medical, dental, and vision insurance. Paid vacation, holiday pay, 401k tuition reimbursement, and more. Apply at Duracell.com.
Welcome to Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive excellence is our top priority. At Mountain View Nissan, we take pride in offering you the finest selection of vehicles, perfectly suited for your adventurous spirit. From powerful SUVs ready to conquer any terrain to your everyday gas-friendly commuters, we have the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle. This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive dreams become reality. Visit one of our 3 locations in Dalton, Chattanooga, and Cleveland today, and let us take your driving experience to new peaks.
You're watching MixTV.tv, the rivalry games driven by Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland, home of the lifetime warranty. I-75 exit 20 and cleveland-nissan.com.
Back on MixTV.tv here, the rivalry games here on Tuesday night at Walker Valley. Bradley Central traveling in north to take on Walker Valley. And right now the Mustangs on top, 54-24. Shelton, it's been a great night for the production crew. Fruit Loops, your team has done phenomenal already. Hats off to them and those guys.
Yes, they do an excellent job. Tonight we have Caden Payne running lead camera with Justice Brackett there in front of you running second camera. Ben Hinkle's been on the side with a sideline camera. Madison McNabb is here in the trailer with me. And of course, Austin Chadwick.
Now, the last game we had a graphic. There it is. I was going to say, we had a graphic with names and whatnot, so everybody got to say, hey, look, my name was on the MixTV.tv broadcast. So thanks to those guys. Thanks to those guys for what they do, and of course they work the magic, bringing the game to you. And Shelton and I just get up here and kind of run our mouths and talk about what you're seeing on TV, and do it quite poorly, just to be honest with you. But we are appreciative of the opportunity to do that. I know not every community has this, and here we go. Clayton will throw that down. So yeah, everybody's trying to get a highlight tonight, Shelton.
Yeah, they're working on them. They're working on them.
58-24 the lead. Bradley Central a little bit out of sorts, and I'll tell you what, I've been really impressed with this Mustang defense tonight. The offense has been intentional, purposeful, but the defense has been incredibly intense. Questions about maybe who tipped the ball?
Yeah, they're saying Michael Woods kicked it, but the spin didn't change, so he's trying to plead his case.
Ayers tried to wrangle that one in.
Ayers must have played pretty well in practice. He's getting a lot of minutes right here. He's worked his way into a little PT.
New minutes for Caleb Ayers as he's in the lineup. He came in pretty early in the first quarter, and he's seen solid minutes. Great pass, tip no good, and that was great vision from high to low. Long pass down to Woods, back out to Ayers, and Ayers says,
"Oh wow."
Nice move. Couldn't get it to go.
He got a little too fancy at the end there. It should just finished.
quickly back the other way. Bradley Central, they're going to call a foul on the floor. Yeah, Ayers probably must have had a good weekend, coming off of that Cleveland game. I'm sure the coaching staff wanting to, hey, let's try something new. Ashton Davis back, Ayers into the lineup. So back into the game, we got Roman Yulo and Zach Davis. They'll replace Turner Clayton and Kel Coates.
Good break there. It's a great job. Coach Campbell recognized you got a minute left in the third quarter. Going to get them a quick blow there and get them back out in the fourth.
Shot up from Bradley Central, and I apologize, I don't have the numbers on our roster for some of these young men, 22 and 25. So we do not have those, but nice move there inside, and young man will look for a three-point play for the Bears. Trailing 58-26, completes the three-point play. Less than a minute to go here in the third quarter. The rivalry games, mixtv.tv. There's Ayers, he'll drive, and no good. Yulo tries to brattle it, corral it, can't handle it. Back the other way, Bradley will go. Quick layup, no good. Things getting sporadic here, Shelton. Turning into a track meet.
Yeah, it's you're playing in the Walker Valley's playground here. If you want to you want to run and gun and see how many points you can throw up, they're loving every minute of that.
They're game for that. Not the sandbox you want to be in if you're Bradley. That's exactly what Walker Valley wants to do, is they get up and down the court. How does their game translate to Murfreesboro? We know kind of what they ran into at Oak Ridge. How's their game translate when you get over to the glass house?
I think last year you saw a lot of shots from the outside, and that didn't vote too well because your depth perception is so much different there in the glass house. And right now, if it's this Walker Valley team that's trying to play with purpose to get to the rim, that makes them a different team, a different animal, and so it makes them a little different to guard. And, but again, it's all about the draw. It's all about who you're playing. You run up against a team that's got 3 or 4 guys that are 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", or bigger. Then all of a sudden you're going to hit shots like that to stay in the game because they'll dominate the inside.
Yeah, the Oak Ridge draw was a tough one for the Mustangs as they ran into a different team. Woods will take it all the way. Are they going to count that? I believe no, they're not.
And he lost the ball. He was going to dunk it.
They're not going to count that one. But 61-27 your score. The end of 3 will begin the fourth quarter, the last quarter of the rivalry game. Coverage on mixtv.tv as we see Turner Clayton throw it down for 2 of his game points. 61-27 back in 60 seconds.
I'm C-Mark.
I'm John Mark.
John Mark and I just didn't put up billboards.
We've put down roots.
If you're hurt, call us at 265-HURT.
That's 265-4878. We are your local law firm.
Over 60% of teenage casualties in drinking and driving crashes do not wear a seatbelt.
1 in 3 high school students have ridden in a car 1 or more times for someone who's been drinking.
Texting while driving increases the risk of crashing by 23 times.
Don't become a statistic, be part of the solution.
Car crashes are the leading cause of death among teens, 1/3 of which are from drinking or drugs.
Brittany's kids say,
choices matter, buckle up.
Calm down.
Drive safe and sober.
All right, back on mixtv.tv, the rivalry games. Thank you for joining us here. Walker Valley on top, 61-27 your score as we enter the fourth quarter here, final quarter of the rivalry games on mixtv.tv. Quick update, Sheldon, if you want to give us a ESPN update.
Yeah, scoring update, 5:50 left. 15:50 left in the second. Tennessee up 39-35. That is an ESPN Cleveland 1013 update.
Tennessee on top. They need to get that win for sure. You're playing at home against
it's a big win.
A 500 or lower Ole Miss team. You got to get that win.
Speaking of ESPN 1013 Cleveland, you got to follow them on Facebook. They've got great content. They're really starting to pump out. Jacob Mason doing a great job. Also, tomorrow, The Drive has lost a couple of members for tomorrow, and they have called in the reserves. Myself and one Joshua Wade Rogers will be co-hosting that show tomorrow. Myself, Josh Rogers, and Andy will be there together. We'll go ahead and give you the disclaimer now. Nothing said on that is a product of the Heartline LLC. They told us we had to say that.
I was going to say, how low in the barrel have we gone to get you guys on the air?
And together.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's going to be pretty tough. Hopefully there'll be some sports talked about on the broadcast. Not sure how much will be discussed.
Josh only discusses Georgia, the Braves, and the Braves. And he tries to say the Falcons every once in a while, but it's kind of a dead horse.
Yeah, no one wants to talk about Georgia football. I'll just go ahead and tell you. The Braves, I mean, if you're not talking about the Dodgers, no one really cares, right?
Wow.
No, and that's the truth. I grew up a Braves fan. But
what about the Braves? Quickly, what about the Braves maybe starting their own network so you can subscribe, much like you can to anything else? Looks like they may be going to Prime.
Ooh.
All 162 games.
Okay, I'm a big fan of that. Is that the way?
They're finally leaving Bailey Sports.
Okay.
I think it is the way.
There we go. Ayers. No, that's not Ayers. Let's get a lineup check real quick. That's
Crowder.
Jeremiah Crowder into the game. Ayers is in there. Crowder's in there. Yulo in there. Michael Wood.
I tell you, Crowder was a name down at Chatta Valley. Used to be able to hit it about 400 yards off the tee box.
Not sure if he's any relation. Maybe we can check his golf bag, see what he's carrying. Crowder, free throw, good. So the Mustangs in control. You're going to see, I would imagine, some new faces here into the game. Number 12 for the Mustangs. And this is kind of where it gets tricky with the broadcast, because sometimes in games like this, they'll play with a roster and you'll have new kids come in, just like number 12 for the Mustangs. We do not have a roster named for. So
we'll work to get your favorite player in, number 20.
We will absolutely work to get your favorite player in. But for now, not to be. Shot up, no good. Rebound, Roman Yulo. Such a force. Roman Yulo came in after Christmas time when Wyatt Keaton was injured, and the way I understand it, Coach Campbell just made a call, said, hey, remember back in the 8th grade at Oakwood Middle School, you used to be able to get a rebound.
Do you remember anything?
Do you remember anything? Can you put your uniform on the right way? And Roman Yulo, the good teammate that he is, said absolutely. And so here he is, and he's played a tremendous role for the Mustangs, filling in for Wyatt Keaton.
He'll appreciate that when he gets to Austin Peay, starts doing some workouts. Buddy.
Absolutely, he will. Here's Yulo. He'll go inside out. Travel is called. 63-27, and we've got a running clock, I believe. Running clock in this game. So 2 running clock. Oh, here we go.
I will say the headsets look the same size tonight.
All right, here we go. We got Amy Keir in the bottom left-hand corner.
Yeah, it looks like she's going back to band camp.
She's got the band gear on as they're here scouting out, making sure everything stays as it should. Turner Jackson, Mike Turner across the way. They're taking it in. Get a camera in on them. There we go, across the way. No telling what they're talking about. The crowd, I think, seems to have decided that maybe time to hit the Chick-fil-A.
I believe they are.
Hit the Chick-fil-A. We will hit the Chick-fil-A in less than 5 minutes as we get the move of the game. Got a few options for you tonight, Shelton. And
I'm going with the number 2 combo.
I think I know where you're going to go. Going to be interesting to see who your player of the game is. I've got a little nugget, I think, who you might go with.
Okay.
A sneaky one, so to speak.
Okay.
But we'll see. We'll see how the stats play out. Caleb Ayers really kind of making the most out of his minutes so far for the Mustangs, and so out of bounds is going to go back to the Mustangs. 4.5 to go, 63-29. How do you regroup if you're Bradley Central, knowing I got to go on the road to Cleveland in a game that the Raiders took from Bradley, the boys?
Yeah,
at Bradley.
That's big. You avoid. Remember 2 and 3, the longest tenured employees of Bradley County Schools. They were started here in 1927. Almost now they're on their 94th year.
Roaring 20s for them. They could tell you how the Depression started. They lived it. So
that means Friday night, Denny, it's a must-win for Bradley. You want to try to finish second because if you're third, you got to play Walker Valley before you can get to the championship game of the district. One plays 3, 2 plays 4 in that, and so you want to finish. You got to win. You got to avoid number 1. So you got to be in. You got to be in that even number there. You want to be number 2.
And so winning, and correct me if I'm wrong here because there's been so much back and forth with how they do this. The top 2 of the district will host the region. Is that correct?
Yep.
So 1 and 2 of the district will host those first-round games.
And you play 3 and 4, so you want to avoid. So Bradley, Friday night is, we talk about the girls' game. The girls' game is nowhere near as important as the boys' game of finishing second in this district and being able to host, potentially get to a position, put yourself in a position to host.
Davis Inslee. Give me a close-up on Davis Inslee. Hopefully Papa and Jancy are watching this one. Davis Inslee with the and 1. Pat, Janet Inslee on the road. Doing a little mission trip in Jackson Hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I did. A little mission trip in Jackson Hole. Hopefully they've tuned into this.
I took one to Hawaii once.
That's exactly right. Davis Inslee with the and 1. A timeout, and he'll be at the free throw line when we come back here on MixTV.tv.
You get a yearly checkup. Shouldn't your air? With your local Lennox dealer, regular care equals perfect air. With technology you can touch, comfortable air you can feel, and savings you can see. Not just perfect air, perfect for you air.
Call Dale's Heating and Air to upgrade your air today.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Duracell in Cleveland is now hiring mechanical skilled technicians from $22.17 to $27 per hour. Excellent benefits beginning day 1. Medical, dental, and vision insurance. Paid vacation, holiday pay, 401k tuition reimbursement, and more. Apply at Duracell.com.
You're watching MixTV.tv, the rivalry games driven by Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland, home of the lifetime warranty. I-75 exit 20 and cleveland-nissan.com.
All right, we're back on MixTV.tv. At the line, Davis Inslee to complete the and 1. No, doesn't do it. Missed 2 at Bradley.
I've seen him hit a couple of those at the Y. I'm a little disappointed right here.
He missed 2 at Bradley at the end of the game. At Bradley, he got, pretty got yelled at. Dad, Chris Inslee wasn't having. Chris Inslee, pretty big-time shooter for the Bears back in his day. They stayed after the game and shot a few free throws. So Davis misses out on that one, but gets the and 1 up and good. See if we've got the roster.
Butts, I believe.
Antonio Butts with a nice move for Bradley Central. He'll add his name to the scoring column. 2.5 to go, 65-33. So it's been no doubt here in the second half. Mustangs really poured it on, and it started at the end of the first quarter, Shelton. This team came out tonight with a purpose and a plan, executed that plan to perfection.
Yeah, it's get to the rim. I mean, that was the whole deal. Get to the rim and really feed off the defense, and they did that. They really, got after it big time on the defensive end.
Crowder are going to go back to the line for 2 shots, and nope, the clock not moving.
I thought the clock was supposed to run.
I did too. Not moving. 2:14 to go. But you know what? These kids worked hard, and they want these minutes as well. So I'm sure parents in the stands and kids on the court, they want that clock to freeze. They're not as cantankerous as the broadcast team is tonight. Second shot good.
Or old.
Yeah, old, mean, just, it's cold outside, ready.
Raining.
Yeah, absolutely. Bradley back the other way, 66-33 trailing. And this is going to be an opportunity for the Bears. Long three from Bradley. Again, another number I do not have, and I apologize for that. Don't have that one on the roster. This will be an opportunity to regroup for Bradley, and so you're going to turn around Wednesday, Thursday, probably some tough practices because you do not want to walk into Raider Arena playing at this level. You want to put on a good show. You want to play hard and disciplined and put up a good fight. They believe they're better than Cleveland. I think it's fair to say that. They believe they're a better team, and they want to come out Friday night and get the win on the road.
Yeah, absolutely.
1:20 to go here. winding the clock down, 66-36. Been about a 30-point lead since the start of the second half, as Walker Valley in control. Harrison Yost out top for the Mustangs. Long three will go up. Rebound will be Ayers, and woo, this is the time of the game when it can get a little bit physical. Don't want to see anybody carried out of here. You want to give us an update on the Tennessee game?
Yeah, 12:34 to go in the second. Tennessee 43, Ole Miss 38.
Okay, come on now. It's getting. How much time to go in there, Shelton?
12:34.
All right, we're going to need to pull that one out for sure. 35 seconds to go here. Walker Valley in control. Harrison Yost will control the ball, just kind of looking to wind this clock down if they can. Ayers on a backdoor cut. Yost can't control it. He'll corral it in the backcourt. Got to get back across. There we go, half court. 15 seconds to go for the Mustangs. We're thankful that you've joined us here on MixTV.tv, the rivalry games. It's been a great season. We've got one more broadcast for you. It'll happen Friday night at Raider Arena. Shelton and I will be on the call for that crosstown rivalry game. And we're excited for you to join us if you can't make it to Cleveland High School then. 66-36 your final. We'll take a quick break and be right back with a move of the game, player of the game, and we'll wrap it up here on MixTV.tv.
Hardee's Original Bag is back, but only for a limited time. Choose from the Charbroiled Double Cheeseburger, Hot Ham and Cheese, Spicy Chicken Sandwich, and our Hand-Breaded Chicken Tender Wraps. The Original Bag. Any two plus fries and a drink, just $6.99. At Hardee's.
I'm C-Mark.
I'm John Mark.
John Mark and I just didn't put up billboards.
We put down roots.
If you're hurt, call us at 265-HURT.
That's 265-4878. We are your local law firm.
You're watching the Leisure Time Bowling postgame show on MixTV.tv. Take your crew to Leisure Time Bowling on Keith Street this weekend.
Back here at Walker Valley High School, MixTV.tv, along with Stephen Shelton. I'm Denny Collins, bringing you the rivalry games. And here tonight, it was all Walker Valley for the boys game, all Bradley Central for the girls. And we're going to end tonight with the Hardee's highlights. A lot of these from the men in white from Walker Valley, as the host team really came out and played pretty dominant from the start, Shelton.
Yeah, I mean, they again, it all got started. We talked about getting to the rim. We talked about playing defense. They did both those things, Denny. I mean, they didn't launch their first three until well into the first quarter, almost the end of the first quarter when Kel Coates took one. So and then Turner Clayton hit one right behind him. And I'm sorry, Salisbury hit the first one, then Turner hits the second one there. But just a great night of basketball, sharing the basketball. Some rims were rocking a little bit. Davis and Clayton got theirs tonight on the dunks. Shooting the ball well was Isaac Salisbury. He shot the ball extremely well tonight for Walker Valley and really helped get them going offensively.
Isaac Salisbury played well, but really kind of a get-right game for the Mustangs coming off of Friday night and how they played. Not really satisfied with their level of play against Cleveland. Came back here, played really, really well. Nice complimentary basketball tonight at home as they complete the season sweep of Bradley Central. So let's get the Chick-fil-A move of the game.
Chick-fil-A move. Give me a number 2 combo, please. I want to smack it off the backboard, and then I want a little rim rocking on the side as well with a bottle of ketchup. Boom.
That's pretty impressive. I mean, I don't care where you're at. It's pretty impressive. Turner Clayton starts it. Ashton Davis corrals it. Zach Davis throws it home. So big-time play there. The Chick-fil-A move of the game. It was outstanding. Pretty solid night for all three of them young men.
And then we've got the player of the game and my player of the game. You got to do the first one, star of the game, Mayfield star of the game. My Mayfield star of the game is probably not the name you're looking for. Isaac Salzville is my, my star of the game. Yep. He hit some good shots early. He pushed the lead out. He played good defense. He rebounded well. I mean, he did everything you want him to do. If Salzville continues to play like that, this Walker Valley team just got that much more dangerous.
That's exactly what I thought. Isaac Salzville played great. Also, tip of the cap to Ashton Davis, who comes back off of injury, and he's back in the lineup. So big play from both of those guys. Star of the game, Isaac Salzville. Well, Shelton, it's been a great night. Two pretty lopsided games, but nonetheless a fun night of basketball for our community. And we're going to wrap up our coverage on Friday night.
Yeah, buckle up for Friday night. It should be two tremendous games, girls and boys action, both for important district seedings. Girls will be playing for first place, a tie of first place, and then the boys will be playing for that also important second place position there to try to stay away from these Mustangs as long as possible to be able to host a game in that region first round.
All right, folks, it's been great to have you here on MixedTV.tv. Thank you for joining us for the rivalry games, not just tonight, but all season long. For Stephen Shelton, I'm Denny Collins. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you Friday night at Cleveland High School.